The views and opinions on this broadcast are those of wearecolerain.com and don't reflect the views of Colerain High School, Colerain Football, or the Northwest School District. Enjoy the game and go Cards.
Welcome to Mason Middle School here, Dwire Field at Atrium Stadium. It's Colerain Cardinal varsity football action. This is Chris Simonitis along with Brian and Brandon Wyatt and Mike Rourke here in the booth. Excited to be bringing you Week 3 playoff action between your 12-0 undefeated Colerain Cardinals and the 8-4 Elder Panthers of the GCL South. Could not be more excited. It is Week 3 of the playoffs, which means regional finals. If the Colerain Cardinals are able to win tonight, and they have a tall task in front of them in this very, very good Elder Panther football team, they will have won 3 out of the past 4 Region 4 championships. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Tonight it is beautiful weather here. There is no precipitation. It is chilly, a little bit chillier than normal, I'd say, but it is certainly not the horrific weather conditions we had last week with wind and rain and nastiness. It's actually a beautiful night for football. Either of you have anything to add to that, Brian or Brandon? That's Brandon just clearing his throat.
He's thinking. And before we get started here, we let everybody know we've got the ambient mic out the window. It's going to be an interesting broadcast. We are the home team, but they placed our broadcast crew over on the visitor side. So the crowd that you will be hearing directly underneath our microphone is the Purple Nation.
So hopefully for you at home listening, you will hear plenty of boos in the ambient
silence.
Noise.
And if it does get out of hand like it did last week, we will have to turn it off, so it's not in your thing. So
there you go. So let's take a minute here and do a little bit of housekeeping, of course. We want to hear from you. If you're listening to us, no matter where you are, we want to hear from you. You can email us here in the booth, radio, R-A-D-I-O, at wearecolerain.com. Of course, if you're watching on live chat on the YouTube channel, you can chat us right there in the chat room. That's fine as well. And, of course, we always encourage you to follow us, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, at wearecolerain. And, of course, we also have Instagram and Snapchat where we have live things going on all throughout the course of the night. So we are very appreciative for all of our followers and likes on all of our social media platforms. We also want to take a minute and we want to thank a very important group of people, both the individuals and the corporate sponsors of the Colerain High School Booster Association. The boosters have been around for well over half century, and because of the generosity of alumni and community members and corporate sponsors within the Colerain community over that time period, they have afforded thousands upon thousands of students over the years to participate in extracurricular activities at Colerain High School, White Oak Middle School, and Colerain Middle School. We'll get to an opportunity later in the broadcast for you listening to be able to become a member of the Colerain Boosters tonight as you are listening to this broadcast. Brian, you've got a list of some very important businesses that we want to pay our tributes to.
Yeah, our 2018-19 booster corporate sponsors. Thank you to Queen City Running, Valley Metalworks, CAI Insurance, Hawksworth Blood Center, Cincinnati Police Credit Union, State Farm Insurance, Shock Tile and Carpet, Skyline Chili, Hoding Realtors, Underground Sports Shop, Friedhoff Accounting and Tax Service, Meyer, Joe Capel, Lawn and Landscaping, Midwest Stonescapes, Paul Young Funeral Home, NovaCare, La Rosa's, Northgate Ford, Game On Sports Bar, Life Touch, Fast Nights, Arab Pest Control, Plato's Closet, Supercuts, Langen Meats, Quaker Steak and Lube, Joseph Toyota of Cincinnati, Northwest Association of Educators, Friendship Baptist Church, and Longshaper. Thank you, corporate sponsors.
And as a reminder for those listening here live on wearecolerain.com, due to this being a OHSAA playoff game, we cannot show you live footage of the game, so the camera will focus on the scoreboard, and I'll give you live updates with our dulcet tones.
We've already got some people in the chat room. We're going to give you a shout out here just a minute again, and for anyone that's listening, and you just want to drop us an email, radio@wearecolerain.com. Love to hear from you there as well. So, yes, thank you, Brandon, for bringing that point out about the fact that we are unable to show live video of the game tonight due to Ohio High School Athletic Association playoff rules. But we'll do our very best to describe the action as best we can. Let's take a look at tonight's opponent, the Elder Panthers. They are 8-4 on this season. They finished second place in the GCL South with a 2-1 record. Their only loss being to the GCL champion Moeller Crusaders during the season. But then in week 1 of the playoffs, they turned right around and paid that back 35-fold by beating the Crusaders 35-0 which was very impressive, and I think opened a lot of people's eyes as to maybe the real legitimacy of this Panther team as being a serious threat to anyone in R4. Last week, they were right here on this very same field and took on the Lakota East Thunderhawks, a team that we're all well too familiar with, and they defeated Lakota East by the final of 34-6. Interesting moment in that game. About 4 plays into their first offensive series, the Elder Panthers lost their starting quarterback, Mr. Michael Bittner, who was the GCL South Player of the Year. Over 2,200 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, a critical cog in their offensive machine. Didn't really seem to miss a beat as they put in backup quarterback, number 7, Matthew Luby. He's a junior. He's also a slot wide receiver and a tailback, so he's kind of a little bit of do-everything for the Elder Panthers. He's going to be your starter tonight, so you'll hear his name quite a bit. Matt Luby, 5'11", 170 pounds. Only 227 passing yards on the year, but again, he's been mainly used as a running back and as a wide receiver, but he'll get the call tonight under center. Other names you're going to hear a lot of: running back Joe Cantiana, Jake Ayler, a wide receiver.
Jake Ayler played for Milford
I apologize.
last week.
These are
Kyle Trishler.
Kyle Trishler, thank you. Kyle
Zeno
Trishler.
Perry.
Zeno Perry, and of course the big tight end, Mr. Royer, is also going to be someone.
That'd be really
that's
impressive
inside.
if Ayler played tonight, considering he played for Milford last week.
He's fast.
He's really fast. He goes to school at both schools, practice at both schools. He got residence at both schools.
Something happened here that I'm looking at the wrong one. I can't believe I would have posted this. This is terrible.
Yeah,
I made a mistake. I posted the wrong ones from last week. We're going to go ahead and pause here now for our national anthem. That was the Colerain High School Marching Band delivering tonight's national anthem. We're about 9 minutes and 20 seconds away from kickoff on the scoreboard. Let's get to some of those names again for Elder that we're going to be talking about tonight. For the quarterback, number 7, Matthew Luby. Joe Cantanilla, the running back. Cooper Johnson also at tailback. At wide receiver, Kyle Trishler, 5'10", 180 pounds.
Kyle Trishler, the all-time leading receiver in Elder school history.
And that is saying something, as that school turns out wide receivers.
Tight ends mostly. But
tight ends and wide receivers by the boatload. And, of course, the tight end we talked about earlier, Joe Royer, who's only a junior, 6'5", 210 pounds. So on the defensive side, they've got 3 really good players. The linebacker, you're going to hear his name a lot tonight, Jake Hoffmeyer, a 6'1", 200-pound senior. Colton Sandhouse, a 6', 180-pound junior at DB, and then the big name, defensive end Spencer Bono, 6'4", 240 pounds, committed to Boston College.
A Jesuit school in the city of Boston.
So that's kind of a look at the Elder Panthers. Again, a little bit more here, a little bit of background. Then we have met this team 13 times. For those of you who are listening who are a little bit older than, say, maybe 30, you know that in the early part of this decade, or excuse me, the previous decade, the turn of the century, the rivalry between Colerain and Elder was second to none. Playing them in 2000, 01, 02, 03, 04. Every year it seemed that we were going up against Elder. And Brandon, you were on the sidelines for many of those games. Take a minute on the field. Yeah, talk about the rivalry that these two schools had during your time in high school.
Well, imagine yourself, if you're a Colerain fan, the kind of the rivalry you have with St. X now. What you do, though, is then take away all of the friendship and good feelings that Steve Speck and Tom Bowden share with each other. Yeah, you get rid of those, and that kind of gives you the level of the rivalry. Then you add to the fact that it was the early 2000s. You didn't have as many entertainment options. and you're selling out Nippert Stadium. You're putting nearly 50,000 down at Paul Brown Stadium. So,
yeah, I think Brandon, you're being a little friendly right there. I'll put it out there. You, Chris, and I, we had a little discussion before. I don't think the kids on this field realize how much they're supposed to dislike this team.
No, they don't. And you know what? And that's a good thing, right? Because you're going to get a good game tonight between two good football teams. But you're right. There was a level of vitriol is a strong word, but there was certainly a sense of we don't like you.
Well, put it this way: one of the first games we went over there to watch, I believe, was the ESPN game. It was 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We're driving there, and a gentleman carrying a 12-pack at the bus stop pelted the WeAreColerain.com van with cans of beer at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well,
so,
right. I mean, it
was a different kind of. Brandon's
it was a different time.
Brandon was right. It's like the rivalry with X, but
without all the niceties.
Without being polite.
Right.
We didn't like them, they didn't like us, and that's how it was. And that's what's great. It made for great football.
It did, and it stemmed really, honestly, from three key years, 2001, 2002, and 2003, where in our lead-up years to the 04 state championship team, where Elder was the team, the school, that eliminated us 3 consecutive years in a row. And there was this sense of we've got to get over the hump of that team. And we did, obviously, and, head-to-head, these two schools, including the very first time we played each other, 1995, including the forfeit. Elder is 6-7 all time against us. Our last meeting, right here on this field, back in 2015, almost 3 years ago to the day. In fact, we beat Elder 41-11 in the Region 4 final. All time, Colerain leads the average score of this game, 26-17. So we were able to score points on Elder, throughout those 13 games. As far as this year is concerned, Elder offensively averages 370 yards and 27 points a game on offense. So they, again, have done that with Bittner at quarterback. Last week, only time we didn't see him at quarterback, and they scored 34 points.
And this game has always had its moments. In 2001, it was Colerain tied it up at 21. Everyone thought they had all the momentum. All of a sudden, Elder scores 2 touchdowns, they win. 2003, Colerain ties it up, hasn't been stopped the entire second half. They missed the extra point. Elder holds on after intercepting the only screen pass in Colerain's history.
Eric Kenkel.
That we just put in that week in no possible way. He actually said he saw it on film. Anyway, 2004, he had to come back. There was a delay in the game because it was week 1. Didn't get started till late.
There was lightning and thunder.
Close game.
That's the game we spent the time with Papo in the Channel 9 news van for about 3 hours.
Well, you did. I was in the game.
Yeah.
And it was that same year when Elder made their first trip to the cage in week 1 of the playoffs, and we knocked their starting quarterback, Craig Carey, out. And I mean literally out. And it caused some animosity. You talk about 2008 when Colerain was supposed to win this game going away, and they lost.
That was the 2008 regional final. Went to double overtime.
You talk about a couple years later, Elder's mounting a comeback, and Donnell Brown picks off a 99-yard touchdown to win the game. Another year later, again we meet them in the regional in the playoffs. Guess what? They return the favor. They miss an extra point. So these teams have had moments in big key games, heartbreaking moments, whether it's a turnover, missed extra point, whatever it may be, that the game turns on. 2015, it's a Deshaunte Jones going just everywhere, anywhere he wanted for the Colerain Cardinals.
Talking a little bit about the defense for the Elder Panthers, they do give up almost 280 yards a game on defense, only 8.8 points, which would lead me to believe that they give up a lot in between the 20s, right? But when it comes down to the red zone, somehow they find a way to kind of tighten it up a little bit and don't allow maybe those scores to take place.
It's the classic bend but don't break. That's what they look to keep Colerain. They want to make Colerain have sustained drives. They want a 10, 15 play multiple drive. They want to stop the big play from Colerain.
Speaking of which, Colerain Cardinals did not win the toss. Elder won the toss. They will defer. So it will be the Colerain Cardinals with the ball first. Again, this game was originally slated for a 7 o'clock kickoff, but because it is a Spectrum game, it is a 7:07 kickoff here tonight. Again, if you want to reach us in the booth, it's radio@wearecolerain.com. We have the first one in here, the email address. It's from sunny Corona, California, Lenny Lopez checking in. And also from Chicago, Illinois, cold and windy, snowy, Tim and
You all right, Brendan?
I'm
just take a minute. Slow down. We got time.
Well, Jim
we got
and Terry Shear listening in as the Colerain Cardinals get set to take the field.
Any shout-outs here in the chat room? Can you handle that?
I can't read.
Try. Do your very best. You hear a little bit of cheering on the far side of the field. As Brandon mentioned, the Cardinals are out on the field getting ready to run through their banner.
Yeah. Willie Finch listening in. Earl Smith, class of 97. Tim Rigbar, Roy Stevens, and Rick Froymeyer, and other names. Travis Grimes, as the Colerain Cardinals.
We're on the visitor side of the box. That's the Elder Panthers taking the field. As I said, if you're listening at home, we are on the visitor side broadcasting this game above the Purple Nation.
So generally, when you hear cheering, it's probably not a good thing for us. If it's quiet or there's boos, that's a good thing for us, because that means Elder's not doing something that their fans feel they should be doing. All right, both teams are now on the field. The proverbial run-on.
Legs right now as the E is battling the S in the up. Nope, they got through.
It's Scrabble gone wild.
The Elder E got tangled up with the Card's S there for a second. Sorry. No, not exciting if you didn't see it. Yeah. Not exciting if you saw it.
On radio.
Even if you witnessed it, nothing to write home about.
It was just shiny objects, or in this case, funny objects.
So Colerain offensively is going to get the ball first, something that I don't remember the last game where Colerain started off with the ball offensively, and that's important because part of the thinking behind that is, sometimes it takes the option a little bit of time to really get smooth and get going right, especially at the mesh point. And maybe Elder's thinking there is, well, one, we'd like to have the ball to start the second half, but also, two, maybe use it as an opportunity to catch the Colerain offense not really in a rhythm yet, maybe get a turnover. Well, turnovers and penalties obviously can hurt you at any time, but in this series, it has always reared its ugly head for one team or the other.
And you've got early game jitters.
Yep.
This game's been hyped, the number 10 ranked Max Preps game in the nation.
Yeah, that's right. This game was identified as a Max Preps
You've got a lot of adrenaline going right now, so interesting. Do we know anything about their special teams?
Other than that they have them?
Yeah, other than do we know because they always seem to have a kicker. We don't know.
They do kick, yeah. So their stats, let's see.
They have to legally kick the ball, so yes, they have a kicker.
They average as a team
kicking the ball.
I'm sorry.
This is not a stat that's readily available, Dad. Way to just put Chris on the spot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I've got punting stats, I've got extra point stats, and field goal stats.
It was more that do we know if this kid can kick it into the end zone? Is it going to be returnable?
Well, he can. I just who knows if he can kick it from the opposing 40-yard line into the end zone.
Yeah, we're gonna find out here real quick. He's a tall fella. Number is that 32? 37. Thank you.
No, 45.
Well, it's probably 37. That's Connor Ammon, who does all the kickoffs. So Connor Ammon is getting ready to get his foot underneath it, and we are underway. It is definitely not going to go to the end zone. It's caught at the 5-yard line. Taken up to the 10. Who's got it? Is that Sincere?
He's up to the 15,
the 20. Good defense by the Elder Panthers. Stop the Colerain Cardinals, but not until they get out to the 20-yard line.
Like we've seen from Colerain kickers this year. I didn't get to the end zone, but really good height. Not really, Colerain hasn't really had a chance to return many kicks this year. Sincere Jones takes it, 20-yard line. Let's see what the Cards bring to you tonight.
And as we mentioned at the onset of the broadcast, thank you so much for joining us. We're very appreciative of all of our audience members. The Lakota East played Elder last week, so Elder is somewhat familiar with the triple option. I mean, they just saw it last week, but they're going to see a little bit different version of it tonight. There goes Sincere Jones in motion. Deontay Smith-Moore keeps it. He's going to run across the middle. Some heavy tackling. He's going to pick up about 3, maybe 4 on the play. We'll see where they mark it.
And Elder coming out in a 3-3-5 stack look. Colerain Cardinals open the play with a little quarterback counter. Deontay Smith-Moore fakes the mesh one way and takes a step back the other way, but he does a good job staying home. Is Jake Volkert forces it to a minimal gain.
This is a good Elder defense.
Tell you, one of the best defensive lines we've seen. Average about 250 pounds across the board.
There's the out. They do a speed pitch to Ivan Pace Jr., who gets, there's a flag.
They stop the play. Ivan Pace breaks the tackle, but they stop it before it gets started.
So it looks like it's going to be a false start against the Cardinals.
Maybe running that quick pitch, it means the tackle's maybe pulled a little early there in anticipation.
Yeah, very vocal crowd here. Not really sure. In this, it's pretty wide open stadium. I don't really think that can affect the ability for the players on the field to hear the calls, but that'll bring it back, make it a 2nd down and 12.
Back at their own 18-yard line now. Deontay Smith-Moore, the senior quarterback, under center. Hands the ball off. Drives forward. Good defense by the Elder Panthers. Get it up back past the 20. Basically got the penalty back. It'll be third down and about 8.
7. We'll probably closer to 7. And if you're on your track, it says of a 3rd and short, but that penalty takes this from being about a 3rd and 1 to a 3rd and long.
Yeah, Elder really committing to the run. They're really crowding the box. Good size up front, quickness at linebackers, really calling on for their fans. As you can hear, it's loud as Colerain comes shotgun. 3 to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left.
Cross back, looks to pass, fakes it, keeps himself. There's Deontay Smith-Moore. He gets it and gets hit hard. He's going to be just short of the 1st down, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be about 1.5 yards short. They spread him out and tried to do a little quarterback draw. What is it, a stable of Elder play?
So that's exactly what the Elder defense wanted to do. They wanted to come out, assert themselves early, and stop this Colerain offense, and that's exactly what they've done. Colerain now forced to punt.
And Kyle Trischler's back setting up at about his 45. Lawson Sandusky at about his own 15.
I'm not sure that we actually punted the ball last week. Snap is back. Lawson's got it. Brings it up. It's a good high punt. Pushes Trischler back. It bounces. He's going to have to let it go. No, he picks it up at the 15-yard line. Colerain is there in defense, and he's going to get tackled right at the 20. So good kick by Lawson Sandusky, and they just switch fields, and Elder's offense will take over. 1st and 10 at their 20-yard line.
There wasn't much of a win when this game started. Look at the flag in that end zone. Lawson
it's one of those games where the wind is going to be intermittent, and Cardinals
he caught a gust right there.
Well, is there any wind tunnel, outside of Welcome Stadium, but is there any wind tunnel worse than this place?
We might have a timeout in the game because something just smoked over there. I don't know what that was.
That's interesting.
That is probably a heater running out of diesel. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
All righty. Matt Luby, the quarterback for the Elder Panthers. In the shotgun formation. Takes it, going to keep it himself. Quarterback draw right up the middle. And he's got a huge hole. Takes it all the way out to the 38-yard line. We're going to see a huge dose of quarterback draws tonight.
Well, they went 3 wide, and then the opposite side tight end. They had a couple guys in motion trying to distract the Colerain Cardinals, and they didn't do anything but take 1 step back and then went forward.
That is a 19-yard run for Matt Luby, first offensive play of the night for the Elder Panthers. Look, I don't know anything about defense, but they got to put somebody on him all night because he'll do that all night. Give this defense time to adjust. Snap is back. This time he hands it off across the middle to number 21, who's got it, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. He's only going to pick up about 1 yard, I think.
Yeah, good job by Jakari Patterson to kind of close out. They tried to go underneath, and he's got some space to the outside, but Patterson gets off his block, keeps contained, and limits the play.
And we'll see a lot of motion, a lot of exotic looks, some basic plays out of those looks, but it gives your defense a lot of appearances.
Well, and it's not necessarily exotic. It's just they're never going to just line up. There's always going to be a motion. There's always going to be somewhere going shift to formation.
Yep, tailback empties out of the backfield now. Got a man in motion, comes and takes his place. Luby takes it, rolls to his left, looking to pass, trying to square up his shoulders, throws it down the field, and it is incomplete, intended for number 16, who had beaten the Cardinals, but the ball was thrown out of bounds and really uncatchable.
And he had beaten them because Deshaun Pace realized he had a 12th man in the sidelines there. There's only one place to go, and it's out of bounds, and that's where the ball sailed.
Yep, exactly right. The 3rd down and 8 now. First 3rd down for this Colerain defense, who has been as good as advertised all season long. You really could not ask for the defense to play any better than they've played all year.
But we saw it there. We're going to maybe see it more. The Elder offense rolled away from the Colerain pressure, just trying to make Luby throw on the run. See if they do the same thing here in the second.
Yeah, he's a running quarterback, not a pocket passer, so any play action that they're going to have, they're going to keep him on the move.
And they've got to get up to the 49-yard line to get the first down.
Play clock just went out.
Do it.
And delay a game, and so it'll go from 3rd and a long 8 to a 3rd and long 13.
Looking to the sidelines, it did not look like Doug Ramsey had called a timeout.
Nope, they already called it.
All right. They do have play clocks in the end zone.
Unlike last week, it's next.
So both offenses suffering a 5-yard penalty on their first offensive series. 3rd down and 13 now. Snap is back. Luby looks to pass, drops back, and it is complete to number 11. And he gets immediately tackled by number 3, Deshaun Pace. All of that gets it up to the 40-yard line, going to be well short of the first down, and on comes the punting unit.
And that's what the Cardinals did. They sat back, they defended the line to gain, and they let him catch it underneath. He gets the original line of scrimmage. But it's not enough for a first down. Elder in a spot, though. It's a pretty good spot here early in the game, close to midfield for fake. Cardinals got to be ready.
Just one man back, Sincere Jones.
Ben Dieters gets his foot on it, and he boots it.
Kicking it away.
Colerain clears and just stays away from it. Elder downs it. It looks like they're going to mark it at the 29-yard line.
That was a crafty attempt by Spencer Bono to kind of walk by and kind of act like he didn't touch it, but he clearly knocked that back to the 24, so they'll mark it actually at the 39. That was a kind of a coy play by Bono, just kind of like, oh, I didn't touch it, just took that kind of, hey, nothing wrong with that.
Just a funny bounce, right?
Yeah, just took that bounce.
So Elder runs 3 plays, and we're right back. Four plays. We're right back where Colerain ended their last possession.
At the 29-yard line of the Colerain Cardinals, set up in the I formation. There's the handoff to Ivan Pace Jr. Nope, he kept it himself. Deontay Smith more, but should have given it to Ivan because he was through the middle of the zone.
He's through the middle of the zone because they saw he doesn't have the ball.
That happens a lot. It looks like he's wide open at the line of scrimmage, but then
the
linebacker sees he doesn't have the ball. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, unoccupied space.
Did pick up 3 yards on the carry. Was Deontay Smith more.
Colerain out of the I formation, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
Deontay Smith more this time does hand it off. And Ivan Pace Jr. lowers his shoulder, picks up a first down, and a flag comes flying in from the back judge.
That's in the area of maybe a holding or maybe Colerain. It could be a face mask against Elder.
And the Cardinals are clapping like it's on the Panthers.
Yeah, that was just power running right there. Ivan Pace running angry. The last couple years into the playoffs, he's been kind of banged up. We've had kind of a run where the second half, he hasn't had to play 2 halves. Fresh legs for Ivan Pace.
Let's be clear, he fumbled last year 3 times in the state semifinal games. But he was also playing with 1 arm, 1 leg, and completely banged up.
And with that penalty, it turns a good run into a great gain all the way down to the 39-yard line of the Elder Panthers.
Cardinals started on their own 39, already on the Panther 39.
First down and 10. No score here. 7 minutes left in the opening quarter between the Panthers and the Cardinals. Deontay Smith more hands it off one more time. Going to pick up about one yard on that carry was Ivan Pace Jr.
And Cardinals just trying to do something to mix it up there. They're trying to overplay Elder's kind of jumping on the motion. They ran a motion man and then run the fullback dive the opposite way the motion the way the motion came from, trying to catch Elder jumping one way or the other with the motion.
Yeah, he had a lot of success against St. X. St. X chasing the motion a lot. Elder stayed home at that time, only 1-yard game.
It's a good defense. Their defensive coaching staff does a great job preparing them for the option. Deontay Smith now under center in the true wing formation. There's a jet sweep around the side. J.J. Davis has got it. He's looking for a few yards, and there's not going to be much there. Well defensed by the Panthers.
When you got a big defensive end like, who is at 52?
Spencer Bono.
He kind of just blew up. They're trying to get around him. He doesn't make the play, but he takes the left tackle and pushes him into the line of the running back, slows him down. Probably 2-down territory, 3rd down and 7. They need to get to the 29.
Yep, back to the I formation. Deontay Smith more under center. Takes the ball, hands it off to Ivan Pace, and he's up the middle. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals! Ivan Pace Jr. to the end zone, 37 yards.
Nothing fancy there. They go tackle over, inside veer, and it's just no one picking up. The fullback, he goes untouched right through the middle of that defense.
Yeah, you're 6'1", 220 pounds, and a good Elder defense doesn't even lay a hand on him.
And it doesn't have to, and that's 3rd and long. You're probably not anticipating them going short side to the tight end as the tackle, and it just opens up for Ivan Pace.
Deontay Smith more on to hold for the extra point. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up.
It's good. And with 5:46 to play in the first quarter, it's Colerain Cardinals 7. The Elder Panthers 0.
So the Cardinals offensively doing what they couldn't do with their first series and putting 7 points on the board first, and that's Always good for an option team, no matter how good or bad you are or anything like that. You want to be up. You want to be playing from a position of power. And when you're up 7-0, that's a good place to be.
And great holes opening up offensively. We said this game is going to be determined at the line of scrimmage. A great defensive line and offensive line from Elder are going to be tested, but that test won by Will Coleman, Quasi Jones, Ace Aaron Schwinner, Brian Beavers, TJ Ganella, and Elijah Ford clearing a hole. Colerain leads 7-0, 5:46 in the first quarter.
Shout out to Nick Kennedy listening in, and Sarah Schmay, class of 99.
So slight wind behind the back.
And this is what the Colerain Cardinals normally do. Now, normally they don't have a 7-0 lead. They take the opening kickoff. They use their great coverage team and great kicker to pin the opponent deep. Let's see if they try to do it here again.
Yes, Dino Perry and Tyler Schutte.
Mangold approaches the ball. He's got his foot underneath it, and it's a low-line drive kick trying to get it into the end zone. And it's bobbled and picked up at the 1-yard line. As long as he doesn't get through, that's a great defense by the Colerain Cardinals, and it is. He's going to be taken down at the 15-yard line.
That ball was returnable, a kind of a line drive. We usually get a lot of height from him. He catches that, or attempts to catch that, about the 1.5. He could have easily stepped aside and got it. I believe that was Zeno Perry. Fumbled it a little bit, got out, and sometimes that's dangerous. Sometimes you get over-pursued by the coverage team.
Exactly. That was my concern. I'm like, if they all run right by him, he's got a wide open lane.
That little bit of delay, but this coverage team for Colerain has been lights out all year. Elder's going to start the ball at their own 14.
See Luby in the shotgun now. One running back there with their man in motion, right to left across the back of the line. Takes the ball, takes the handoff, keeps himself, tries to get around the side. He's going to have a little bit of room, but then is quickly shut down by Mike Best, the sophomore linebacker.
And a good job there, just a little quarterback read option to the right of the line. And Mike Best does a really good job because Colerain Cardinals lost contained to that side. And if Mike Best doesn't make the tackle, Luby's get some room to run.
Yeah, we say Luby is the backup quarterback, but he has seen a lot of time this year. When they brought him in as quarterback throughout the season, he'd run the Wildcat a lot. So he's got some experience.
He absolutely does. Yeah, and he's fast, too. He's got those quick twitch muscles. 4 yards on that first down play there. Fakes the handoff, passes it, and it is caught by number 5, and then downed immediately by number 3, Deshaun Pace.
Yeah, and Luby kind of hung that up there. It'll be right at the first down marker, so the Cardinals will get it. But Deshaun Pace had a choice. He could go for the big play and get the interception, or he could make the safe play, and he makes the safe play and just makes the tackle there. But it is enough for the Panther first down.
Yeah, Louis thrown a couple passes so far. Does not seem to have a cannon, but had good placement so far.
He does. He threw a fade last week against Lakota East in the corner of the end zone that was beautiful. Caught for a touchdown by Tischler. Snap is back, fakes the handoff. Once again, 7 passes it.
Yeah,
knocked down by Ivan Pace.
Yeah, Ivan Pace
ran it back into the end zone for reasons I don't understand. But
well, you play it out as if they called it a fumble.
Okay.
Yeah, he knocked the ball down, and he had 2 hands on it. It almost catching a football from a foot and a half away. It's tough, but he knocked it straight to the ground. It bounced right back to him. It said no whistle, so he kept going in the end zone. But that's just an incomplete pass.
Well, what if he caught that? Just run it in. I don't put it past Ivan.
That was similar though to the one we play against St. X the first time when Eric Phillips though took that one right off his face mask.
Yeah, late substitution or play clock running down.
2nd down and 10.
We've got an illegal substitution.
And a timeout from.
Yeah, so Elder's going to have to call a timeout. They put the late subs in, put 3 guys in, and realized that 9 and 3 make 12. Had too many guys off. And play clock running down.
Look at you doing math in the first half. I'm proud of you. What do we got going on here, Brandon? Anything interesting going on in the chat room? You're normally all over
sure there is, but it's all the way over there, Chris. You're the one.
Point us out, Mike. Mike's all over this.
Well, he has a mic. He can talk.
No, he doesn't. His mic's not working.
Apparently, I got Sarah's name right.
It helps. It helps if you guys read it out loud.
Oh no, we're just going to read it to ourselves over the top.
We're just scrolling to see if there's anything of interest.
It's complete interest. Thank you for all of everybody.
Oh man, this is awesome! You guys should read this. You guys would go to the chat online and read it.
The good news is, if they're listening to us, they're doing it through YouTube. They too can see the chat. They actually know the words before we do.
So here comes a 2nd down and 10, 4:21 left in the first quarter.
As far as we can tell, Elder's got 11 men on the field. Number 15 goes in motion. Stands right behind. There goes Luby. Rolls to his right. Pitches it across the middle. Number 15. And Mike Best was all over that play.
And it's an interesting play. We've seen them roll out almost on every single play. Well, they do this rollout to the right again, try to catch the Cardinals over pursuing. They run a shovel pass underneath, and it doesn't work.
That was the big question, Brandon. Is it a shovel pass or is it a shuffle pass?
A shovel.
Shovel.
So now it's 3rd down and 10 on their own 24-yard line.
With the running quarterback, this is what the Colerain defense likes, the 3rd down and long.
Yeah, but again, as you mentioned earlier, he can spin it. He can throw the ball, and Elder is, they're a passing offense. He's got 3 wide receivers split to his left. They all take off the field. He looks that way to pass, trying to find some room. He's got some pressure. Eric Phillips is in pursuit. He outruns Eric Phillips, but holds him up just enough to make a tackle. He gets out to about the 26-yard line. He'll be well short of the 1st down.
And Luby reared back to throw it deep. He had a man wide open, but he was wide open because Luby was about 3-4 yards past the line of scrimmage. Luby does the smart thing, realizes that, oh crap, I can't throw it, and it just kind of goes down for the minimal gain.
And that's where the wingspan of Eric Phillips, the 6'4" UC signee, gives. Luby was past him, but that was almost blocked.
So there's a punt. It's going to bounce at the 48-yard line, stay inbound somehow, but goes up to down to the 40 for the Cardinals. So they've got 60 yards of grass in front of them in order for them to get some more points on the board, but the Colerain defense holds again. And the Cardinal offense will take over with just under 3 minutes to go, and a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter.
And we saw one Pace brother knock a ball out of the air. That was nearly another one by Deshaun Pace. The punt snap.
He took
a bounce. Deshaun Pace just over his outstretched hands. Probably almost overran it. Does not get the block, but he forces an errant punt, and the Cardinals get a short field to work.
Great field position to start. Does Colerain come out here and try to take advantage of a little bit of motion and take a shot deep here?
We do have a substitution. Hamza Abdul-Wahid in at fullback.
A little bit speedier back in the back. Not that Ivan is slow. There's a speed pitch. J.J. Davis is trying to run around the side. And he gets hit and taken out of bounds for a very short gain. This Elder defense has shown laterally, side to side. They're not slow. They play well. They stay disciplined.
Well, they play with the adjuster in a 3-3-5. Gives you a little bit, almost an extra 2 linebackers out there. That gives you the ability to cover the outside.
Yep. Okay, very correction though to earlier. Sorry, they said it was originally touched by Elder at the 45, not the 40. So just a 1-yard gain, even though we said the 40 before.
Yep, good call. Thank you. And now, 2nd down and 9 at the 46-yard line. There's Deontay Smith. He gets to Sincere Jones, and he makes a man miss. He's at the 40, the 35, the 30, still on his feet. Players have the angle, but he gets it all the way down to the Elder 24-yard line. 1st down, Cardinal.
And we saw it on the first Colerain drive. You say pick your poison. They pick Deontay Smith-Moore. He hands it right off to Ivan Pace. He takes it to the house. This time they say pick your poison. Deontay Smith-Moore stumbles out of the mesh, but he still has the wherewithal to get the pitch off. And a Sincere Jones has all sorts of space, and it's just the 12th defender of the sideline that keeps them from scoring.
So Deontay Smith-Moore in the I formation now. Takes the ball, hands it off across the middle. He gets hit immediately, but there's Ivan Pace Jr. lowering his shoulder and picking up a few positive yards, even though it was well defended.
Yeah, Ivan Pace is just smacked at the line of scrimmage. Ronnie Wainscott, if you look at him, the middle linebacker, is just shaking his head. He goes, I hit him with everything I had, and he just bounced off me. You've got to wrap him up, hit him low. You want to hit the thighs. It's going to take a pounding, but he is not going to go down unless you wrap your arms around him. A great individual effort to pick up 2 yards.
2nd down and 8. Ball on the Elder 22-yard line. Colerain up 7-0, 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Traditional wing formation. There's a speed pitch now to the right side. J.J. Davis has got it. Looking for some running room. He's going to pick up some positive yards on that play. It's going to be short of the 1st down. We'll see how much here.
They run to the short side here. Less guys to block. They run that speed pitch out of a different formation, but from that weak side, a great play by the Jake Volkerting. Both of their ends, 6'4", 240, 230. They can run. They got a lot of speed there on the
And I've also noticed something different. They're not playing tackle over right now. They're actually playing with 6 linemen and a tight end as a wide receiver.
3rd down and 5 for the Cardinals. Looking to do that stutter step and try and get Elder to jump off sides. They didn't fall for it. There goes Sincere Jones in motion. The handoff is to Ivan Pace. He lowers his shoulder. Bowls through about 4 Elder Panthers to get inside the 10-yard line. Another Cardinal 1st down.
And Elijah Ford has been tight end all year. This game he's playing wide receiver. Cardinals are playing with 6 offensive linemen on the field. That formation is called tank. They'll play with the 6 linemen and then put Elijah Ford down at tight end. So they have 7 offensive linemen on basis sorted on the play, and Ivan Pace piles through on the short side of the formation.
And if you pick the right gap, I mean, Elder's playing gap control.
There's a speed pitch out to Ivan. He takes it. He's looking. He gets down to the 5, lowers his shoulder.
Still on his feet.
Yep, he's holding on to that ball. They need to blow the whistle. He stays in bounds.
Well, I tell you what, Sincere Jones is out leading that play as a lead blocker. The safety comes up and cracks him right in the knee with the helmet. He goes low on the lead blocker. Referees don't pick it up. Sincere Jones is gingerly walking off the field. Got caught on a block below the waist, so leading a play, but it is not called.
Jaquan Jackson comes in, number 10, the 5'10", 155-pound senior. We've got a stoppage of play here. Timeout for the Cardinals.
So I'll take this time again to thank our corporate sponsors. Once again, we couldn't do anything here at wearecolerain.com without you. Thank you to Long Schaefer, Friendship Baptist Church, Northwest Association of Educators, Joseph Toyota Cincinnati, Quaker Steak and Lube, Langan Meats, Supercuts, Plato's Closet, Aero Pest Control, Fast Signs, Life Touch, Game On Sports, Northgate Ford, La Rosa's, NovaCare, Paul Young Funeral Home, Midwest Stonescapes, Joe Capel Lawn and Landscaping, Meyer, Friedhoff Accounting and Tax Service, Underground Sports Shop, Holding Realtors, Skyline Chili, Shock Tile and Carpet, State Farm Insurance, Cincinnati Police, Credit Union, Hawksworth Blood Center, CAI Insurance, Valley Metalworks, and Queen City Running.
Again, you can reach us at the booth at radio at wearecolerain.com, the email address directly on the YouTube, or, in this case, on Twitter. I'm not sure who runs the handle of the Cincinnati Cardinals baseball team, but they're listening in from NYC.
That's Jimmy Foster.
You sure it's him? Because
that's Jimmy Foster.
I think he's also Bengal Jim. He's the guy at the Bengals game with the Bengals.
He's the commercial star for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Actually, I think former Colerain Cardinal wide receiver Ryan Foster is more than
I'm friends with Jimmy on Facebook. I saw him and his wife taking pictures up in New York City.
Anna Ortega also listening in. So it'll be second and go for the Colerain Cardinals at the Elder 3-yard line.
Surprised that Colerain doesn't go with the.
They have.
Where's Eric Phillips?
Not in.
Ivan Pace back there. There's a handoff to him. He's going to lower his shoulder and get very, very close to a first down. I think they're going to mark him down at the 1.5, maybe the 1.
Yeah, a little different they bring in the big cat package, but it's a little different. Just Luke Bolden as the lead blocker, and it's just a straight dive.
Here comes the big boy.
Yeah, JJ wanted to get back on the field, but Eric Phillips comes into the game.
Eric Phillips, the signee, he's going to play a little defensive end for the Cincinnati Bearcats. He's going to play a little tight end right here.
And here comes JJ Davis in as well. He needs to hustle or do something. Get to the line.
Cardinals call timeout.
We got 2, 4,
Cardinals
6.
call timeout.
Little personnel.
Cardinals call timeout.
I'm not sure JJ Davis was supposed to be on the field.
Cardinals
right
call timeout. That's Cardinals call timeout.
I think the Cardinals called timeout.
So Brandon is just letting us know that it's really not that important who's on the field. No pen in the lid.
Guys, the Cardinals called timeout.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's that clearly as evidenced by Coach Bolden's reaction to
He's
JJ
not
running
happy.
on the field. He was not happy that something got screwed up in formation.
Well, they sent in Eric Phillips, and then JJ was coming off the field and then came back onto the field. Not sure if somebody else was supposed to come out. A lot of times you'll substitute a wide receiver, and I think Freddie Johnson was out on the field. Maybe he could have came out. So kind of, you want to be sure calling the timeout here. It's an early second score for the Colerain Cardinals. 3rd down and goal from the 1. And I expect Coach Bolden, if they don't get it on this play, is probably going to. You got 2 plays to go 1 yard, and your offensive line is doing a good job. And you've got Ivan Pace in the backfield. Here they come, big cat package.
There we go.
Let's see what we can do on the 1-yard line. He takes the ball, keeps himself. There's Deontay Smith-Moore. He gets hit in the backfield, but he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! Deontay Smith-Moore puts it in for 6.
Yeah, they run outside. Ivan Pace, the Elder Panthers, there's 3 Panthers that hit Pace, but he didn't have the ball. Deontay Smith-Moore gets hit at the 1-yard line, spins off and gets in. Colerain up 2 scores.
So waiting for the extra point. Cardinals up 13-0.
Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up, and kick is good. Good hold by Deontay Smith-Moore. A little high. He got it down. And at the 13-second mark of the first quarter, it's the Colerain Cardinals 14, the Panthers of Elder 0.
Yeah, Colerain had struggled early with their special teams and their extra points. Ed Bolden has come in about mid-season and done a great job at center. As you said, you got your quarterback, Deontay Smith-Moore, as your holder. That snap was a little bit off, and especially in this cold weather, does a great job to get it down. Colerain up 14-0.
So, sorry, just taking care of a little bit of house cleaning here.
Here we go.
So Tyler Schutte and Dino Perry. Perry made kind of the indecision mistake last time, that gave them deep field position. Slight win at the back of the kicker, Chris Mangold. Flat kick last time, normally known for the height in his kick, but it is cold.
It is cold, so you're curious what the philosophy is here. We're going to find out in a minute if he's putting it up or keeping it low, and he's going to put it up this time. Not quite as high of a kick, caught at the 5-yard line, but then fumbled and picked up by Elder, but then immediately hit and taken down right at about the, we'll call it the 12-yard line. So, again, that's twice, and I'm not sure if it was the same guy.
Not the same guy.
But this time 2 kickoffs that he did not handle the kickoff cleanly.
Yeah, this is Tyler Schutte, and this one was just an end-over-end, a typical kick, no odd spin, no wind blowing it. It goes through his hands. At about the 6-yard line, he does pick it up and get a couple yards, but deep in their own territory. Elder's starting at their own 12.
Not good if you're the Elder Panthers.
But we've seen this as an explosive offense. Lots of football left to play.
But I'll tell you what is good. Sincere Jones is back out there on defense. So nice to see that. Luby in the shotgun. Drops back. Looks to pass deep in his own zone. He throws it across the middle. It's caught by number 5. Number 4, Kendricks, is there to make the tackle, but not before it gets all the way out to the 27-yard line for a Elder first down.
And that will be the final play of the first quarter after 1 quarter of play here at Dwire Field at Atrium Stadium at Mason High School. It's the Colerain Cardinals 14, the Panthers of Elder 0.
Yeah, just a simple little outbound. That's Tyler Schutte. He gets the ball after the fumble kick, and this time Coach trusts him enough, just a quick out, little hook pattern behind the linebackers in front of the safety. He just found a nice little soft spot. Luby found him. As I said, he's not a cannon, but he seems to be rather accurate with his throw.
Chris, put your phone down. You're not going to get an answer to that email for a while.
So we're going to flip field. Elder's going to take over. They're going to continue this drive at their own 27. So kind of.
We could, yeah.
No.
All right.
So Colerain, as we head into the second quarter, has 1 timeout left. Elder with 2.
Really, we're taking a little bit extra time. This game is being brought to you by
Spectrum Sports.
And others, as it turns out.
And others, apparently, yeah. Nope.
Where's our Spectrum guy? Where is he on the field? Oh, there he is, over there on the 15.
In his nice Carhartt jacket, trying to stay warm.
Nice Carhartt jacket. That's beautiful. That is well done.
Where are his orange gloves?
Yeah.
Don't they typically have a vest?
Normally the TV, no, they got the big orange gloves like they're landing planes.
Yep. Well, he's still out there, and both teams.
Well, if they have planes, he'd also have those little cone lights.
That would be phenomenal.
There's some guys out in the parking lot. He can go borrow them.
The Elder offense is back out on the field. They're lined up ready to go, but unfortunately that young man...
Yeah, the referees are standing over the ball.
Yeah,
Luby got all set, and then the referee's like, guys, what are you doing? We haven't ready to go.
There we go. He's now off the field.
Starting the second quarter.
There we go. First down and 10 for the Elder Panthers at their own 27-yard line. Trailing Colerain 14-0. Trips to the right, man in motion. Luby in the shotgun. Takes the ball, drops back. He's going to keep it himself, one of those quarterback draws, and he's going to pick up another first down or very close to it. We'll see where they mark him.
An interesting design there from the offense. Again, they're not doing anything crazy. They're just going to constantly put motion, constantly not come up to the same formation that end up in. This time they start with trips to one side. They bring the lone receiver in underneath. They push the running back right up underneath, so it's basically empty backfield.
We've got whistles here.
He's raising the roof.
No, he's resetting the play clock.
Oh, okay.
And also raising the roof.
You got to use both. You got to use both hands to raise the roof.
That's true.
So they reset the play clock.
Still one.
2nd down and 1.
So that was a good run by Luby. Back in the shotgun. Colerain jumps off sides. We'll see where the mark is. I'm guessing that was
Colerain
offside.
starting to the offensive guard right there. The referee's going to get together. Neither team's clapping, and neither team's responding. So it is on the Cardinals.
See the guy with the white hat signaling against the Cardinals?
So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty against Colerain, and it's going to give Elder the first down.
So far, it's been all Luby running out of the backfield. If you're Colerain, I mean, you're keying on.
Yeah, he's dangerous.
You're keying on him. They don't really seem to have another threat in the backfield.
Not yet. We haven't seen it yet. Goes man in motion. Luby keeps it, runs right up the middle. Going to get hit, but not until he picks up 3 yards. Takes it out to about the 44-yard line.
That time they seemed to fake the jet sweep, but he didn't even hand the, put
Didn't
his
even
hands out.
attempt
He didn't put the ball. He never even really put the ball out to fake it. He just kind of ran behind the false motion.
As I said, big offensive line out here. This right side of this offensive line, 6'5", 280, 6'4", 260, 6'3", 260. Very good size. So he does pick up 4.
They are. You're right.
3?
We'll call it 3.
Referees are struggling with the play clock.
Well, they're not in charge of the play clock.
Yeah.
There we go.
They're just the ones who say when it starts and stops.
2nd down and 7. 2 wide receivers split wide. Luby drops back, looks to pass once again. There's pressure. He throws it. It's caught by number 16 and taken out of bounds, but not until he gets into Colerain territory. They're going to mark that at the 45-yard line. That's a little generous, but Elder, again, this is a passing offense. They are designed exclusively to throw the ball, and all they do is these short outs. There's nothing special about it, but it's, death by 1,000 paper cuts kind of thing. They'll 5 and 6 and 7 yard you to death, just like we 3 and 4 and 5 yard you to death on the ground.
Well, they run some clearing routes, and then they run the routes underneath them, and I mean, if you jump that route, they'll take a shot deep. It's all about the decision making.
Yep. 26 in motion. Lining up in an I formation now. There's a handoff across the middle. He's got it. Going to have all the way out past the 40-yard line. So Elder finding some real success on this series, moving the ball, picks up 6 yards on that first down run.
And that was the Colerain defensive call almost being too good as they blitzed right where it was, but almost as if the Colerain defenders kind of neutralized each other in the point of attack. The running backs able to kind of just slip where the momentum of those two defenders came from.
Well,
and pick up 5 yards.
Cooper Johnson, he's only 5'7", a sophomore, and I think his size helped him up right there. He just found a little bit of a seam.
Cardinals need to put a stop to this offensive series now. 2nd down and 4 at the Colerain 39-yard line, trailing 14-0 is Elder. Cardinals moving around. Luby drops back, looks to run. He's going to run up the middle. He's going to get hit, but not until again he's able to swing and spin and get himself another first down. Needed 4 and got 5.
Yep, and they're just going behind that big left side. Jacob James, junior tackle, is one of the most highly touted recruits in the area, especially for next year's class. He's going to his side, finding space, and it's not a lot, but it's enough for the first down.
Well, that's 5 yards. That's plenty for me. 1st down and 10. Now at the Colerain 34-yard line. You're right, they've got all kinds of guys in motion. 3 wide receivers split wide left. None to the right now. Luby takes it, rolls that way, looks to pass, throws it, and once again it's complete, but he's out of bounds.
And the Elder faithful who can't see it because it's on the opposite side of the field are booing.
He's about 3 yards out of bounds.
It was close.
No, it wasn't.
I'm going to stay out of that.
I know it's the
I won't.
It's the mandatory boo, but come on.
They haven't seen a play that they can't complain about.
Right, he didn't get 8
I'll
foot
give
inbound.
the referees a hard time at times, but
That's all I know.
there's nothing like the boo birds from the purple team over here.
They are a passionate fan base. There's no
polite
doubt
way
about it. 2nd down and 10. Empty backfield once again. Luby's got it. Man in motion, drops back, looks to pass, pressure by Colerain, passes it out. caught, but then immediately falls down as number 4, and he's going to lose about 4, maybe 5 yards on that play.
And that's a mistake by Klosterman out of the backfield. He shouldn't catch that ball. He's on his back. He can't run anywhere. Cardinals, Deshaun Pace in the safety blitz, forces Luby to get rid of it, but Luby can't get a good pass, forces Klosterman, or not Klosterman.
Yes, Klosterman.
Klosterman to make a diving catch, basically falling backwards, but this isn't the NFL. He can't get up and run, so he loses 6 yards on the play.
So 3rd down and 14 now. That's a huge play for the Cardinals.
Probably too close for a field goal if they don't get it here, or too far for a field goal, too close to punt.
Oh, they're sending the house this time. The blitz is coming, trying to get to Luby, and they're going to get to him, and they take him down at the 45-yard line.
Mason Hill with the sack.
Yeah, Mike Best in there also. Give that. That's a coverage sack right there, and that'll take him out of any decisions that they had of going for it 4th down and long there is lost with the big sack and it's going to bring on the punt team, but a very good. Well, they need to get all the way to the Colerain 24.
Here's the thing, it would be a good spot for the fake, but it's such a long distance to go that it's probably going to rise here. Cardinals in a safe defense. They're just going to let him kick it.
Bounces at the 25-yard line, picked up by Sincere Jones. Bobbles it, makes a man miss. Stays on his feet, gets it out to about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, Cardinals kept their defense on their safe punt. Sincere Jones drops back just to catch it, and he does just that. He just steps up. They force the punt. He just steps up, not making it big. He makes a couple people miss, a little bit of a bobble when he initially had it, but he does the safe thing, keeps the ball from bouncing any further, and the Cardinals have okay field position.
You know, that's Ben Dieter's. It's about his 3rd punt of the day, and he's not doing anything traditional punter. He's not kicking it up in the air. He's basically squibbing it away from the return man. Colerain early in the season had 2 returners back there. Split Sincere Jones to J.J. Davis. Don't know if they might do that later because they're definitely kicking it away from Jones.
J.J. Davis and Ivan Pace in the I formation in the backfield. They hand off his to Ivan Pace. He keeps it, takes it out. It's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards on that 1st down run.
Small development here. It looks like there was a clock malfunction, so there will be no play clocks in the end zone for the rest of the game.
So Colerain showed a little bit of different look that time. Really widened out the splits.
Yep, check that. Only a 3-yard gain on 1st down, so 2nd down and 7, out to the 27. Leading 14-0. Deontay Smith-Moore passes it out. It is caught. Taken out past the 30-yard line. Didn't see who quite caught it. It was Sincere Jones.
Yeah, Elder's really committing their safeties and linebackers. Really to stop the run. There's about 9 guys in the box. Leaves your outside receivers one-on-one. But what this sets up, and we've seen it, is that quick pop pass from the tight end is there. If Colerain wants to try it.
Was there any doubt that you were going to bring that up at some point tonight?
But it's there.
Oh, my God, they're not going to run it. They're just going to hand it off to Ivan Pace for the 1st down and more.
That's exactly what he does.
Yeah,
he kicks it out
3rd and 1, you're not throwing the ball. You're handing it to Ivan Pace for 1st down.
Well, I don't think he meant in that exact moment.
Yeah, the play went off before I finished my thought, but as I was going to say, up 14-0,
right?
You're not going to do it at this point, but it's there for later on.
Scary when he has a thought, too.
But maybe when we get on Elder's side. I see your point, and you're exactly right.
Don't give him credit.
No, he said I'm exactly right.
Am I just encouraging him?
At the 6:38 mark in the 2nd quarter, I was exactly right.
1st down and 10 for the Cardinals. Deontay Smith-Moore drops back to pass, looks to throw it, and he does to J.J. Davis, who's got it. He stays on his feet and takes it down to the Elder 35-yard line. Pass completion, 1st down, Colerain Cardinals.
He's so full of it. First of all, that wasn't a tight end pop pass. That's a post wheel, throw to the wheel. That has nothing to do with the tight end pop pass.
Perfect opportunity for a pass at any point, though.
How did you know that, Brian?
At 6:38 in the 2nd quarter, I was exactly correct.
Except for the time and the place and the who and the what and
God,
the where.
I love you guys. It's been a great season.
1st down and 10. Ball now at the Elder 35-yard line. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the 1st half. Fakes the handoff, does Deontay Smith-Moore. Keeps himself well defensed by the Elder Panthers. He stays on his feet. And there's some heavy-duty pushing out there in the secondary, but love to see those guys shake hands when they get up. That was nasty. Did you see that? Was that Ace?
Ace Aaron Schwenner, your center, went out there, and a lot of times if there's nobody over the center, he goes to the 2nd level to pick up a linebacker.
Yep, that was Eric Beck that he got into it with, but just good, clean hitting, and they got up, and they just...
And J.J. Davis put a hand up like, why didn't you pitch it? Why didn't you pitch it? Deontay Smith-Moore takes it. He has a shot, but he does a smart thing, cuts it back. But Spencer Bonner does a real good job of cutting it off and limiting a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, he's special. There's the handoff to Ivan Pace once again. Oh, no, I'm sorry, he kept it. Deontay Smith-Moore kept it, and he actually lost a few yards on the play. So it's going to be third down now and long, back to the 35-yard line, the original line of scrimmage.
And the Panthers have obviously adjusted something up front. They've tried to change the read there. Deontay Smith-Moore, I don't know if it was the wrong read or the Panthers just guessed right on the play there, but Deontay Smith-Moore pulls it and there's nothing there, and he smartly just takes the loss, and two defenders bring it down.
That's right.
Colerain taking a long time to get this play in. As we said, the play clock in the end zone is no longer operable.
Shotgun.
Deontay Smith-Moore calling out the plays, and we have a flag.
Lots of movement up front. Elder jumping all around, but that they caused.
Oh, no.
They caused the Colerain Cardinal offensive line to flinch a little bit.
It's the second false start penalty of the night for this line, and it could not come at a worse time. Third down and 10.
Elder's defense seemed to be rather confused like that. You're yelling at each other, trying to get coverage because they weren't ready for this 4 wide shotgun formation. But with all that jumping around, I'm not sure which lineman got it, but got a little excited there. Turned it into a third down and 15.
That makes it a much more difficult third down to pick up, but maybe it's 2-down territory if they can get close enough to that first down marker.
I'll tell you one thing that does is it continues that clock from running. It's a little too early, only up 14-0.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Looks like we're going to end up calling a timeout.
Nope.
There's a lot of confusion on the sideline. There we go.
Yep. They have to burn up a timeout. Little confusion on the play call.
Yeah, that's Colerain's third and final timeout.
Well, I tell you what, you normally don't see a... Tom Bolden is actually talking about the referees. I don't know about the spot of the ball, but maybe he's talking about that the play was the offsides, maybe called on the center. He's making hand motions like the center maybe adjusted the ball, and that's what they called on that last play. But he's got to forget about that last play. He's got this one ahead of him.
Well, his coaching staff is handling that. What he's doing is making an argument for the next play. He has assistants to take care of this. He's already probably
Brandon, you were a center in this offense. How much movement can you have pre-snap, adjusting and get a handle on the ball?
Whatever the referee lets me do.
I think you'd say that.
If the ball moves a half yard forward every play, that's not my fault.
But once your hand's on it and once the ball's set, no flexing at all.
Well, I mean, you can't help just if the field doesn't have enough friction to keep the ball from sliding forward, that's on the field, not on the center. See how I worked around that one?
Yeah, you didn't really want to answer that, did you?
No. No, I wanted to answer it. I just wasn't going to give you
You didn't want to be exactly correct at the 4:23 mark. Colerain leading 14-0. A third down and 15. Ball's at the Elder 40. Need to get to the 25.
The Elder crowd being loud. You can hear them through our mic. They've got sacked right here in the box. There's a speed pitch to Ivan Pace. He's going to take it. He's going to throw it deep down the field, intended for Sincere Jones, and it is knocked down incomplete. Well defensed by the Elder Panthers. The pass was there, but they defended it well. It'll be 4th down and 15.
A really good throw by Ivan Pace.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, ball floated a little bit. Didn't get a number on that defensive back. He kind of threw it over to the wrong shoulder there, but not a bad chance to take. Is Colton Standis?
Yep, number 29. One of the players we talked about at the beginning of the game to watch.
That was a really good play. He had Sincere one-on-one, and he just did a good job of using his body but not making too much contact and reaching across Sincere Jones to knock it away.
So Sandusky at his own 45. It's Tischler setting up at about the 10-yard line.
Snap is back. Lawson's got it, and he punts it. It's in the air. It stays away from it. It bounces towards the end zone, and it is down by Luke Bolden at the 1-yard line.
Oh, don't give him more credit. That's inside the one.
Okay, inside the one. Either way, Lawson Sandusky put it perfectly where it needed to be, and he's getting all kinds of props on the sideline.
Cardinals got lucky twice on that play. Lucky because they got a great bounce, but Lance Sandusky kind of sand wedges it, gets the bounce he wants. They also got lucky because they jumped. That should have been a 5-yard penalty from the Colerain Cardinals.
Is that why the Elder Panthers
jumped? That's why the Elder Panthers were jumping and pointing, and the entire sideline was booing. Colerain Cardinal the guy in the line flinched before the snap.
The line play tonight has been a little sloppy. I mean,
but that's not an offensive lineman jumping. That's just.
No, I know, but I'm just saying the line play in general. And look, credit the Elder defensive line and their play.
Yeah, you're playing one of the best offensive lines and one of the best defensive lines that we've seen this year. So it's
absolutely.
And what a big test right here for a passing team, run first from the quarterback from their own half-yard line. They run pretty much out of the shotgun formation.
Yep, so Luby in the back, so he's got one protector back there with him. He's in the shotgun. He drops back. He looks to throw it out of the end zone, and he does throw it out, and it is caught, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Inbounds. We'll see. The flag was out by where the reception
was. That was the 6'5" Royer just in a jump ball with Sincere Jones. I believe Sincere Jones is saying he got pushed off of, but he really didn't get his head turned around. The referees are really discussing this a lot.
That's interesting. I would assume it's just
pass
interference.
Well, the discussion too might be the spot. If he got more than 15 yards, they're going to decline the penalty.
Okay. Well, we'll see what they do here.
So they said Royer, the 6'5" tight end, line up with a wide receiver. 6'5", 210, one-on-one with Sincere Jones, and it was pretty much just a jump ball.
Well, that's a really good play. You don't think about it, but it's a safe play. You normally run a fade in your inside in the opposing goal, but running it out of your own goal, it's not a bad idea because it gets the ball away quickly and just one-on-one with your best receiver.
Yeah, it's a timing route. There's really no time for a rush, so first down from the 15.
Snap is back. Luby drops back, looks to pass again. He's throwing an awful lot now, is he? He's got pressure, and he's taken down at the 5-yard line. Big number 59 on the tackle.
58.
Corleone's
going to get the credit for the sack, but it's two other players that give him the sack. Ivan Pace drops right in coverage where Luby wanted to throw, and Mason Hill is the one who made him step up into the waiting arm.
Yeah, Mason Hill, you don't hear his name mentioned a lot. He's just one of those pluggers in there, not a really big guy. Only listed at 5'11", 220 pounds, but that was all effort right there. He just kept going, kept plugging along. Brandon, you're absolutely right. Coverage sack.
Pushes it, makes it 2nd and 19 with just over 3 minutes to play in the half.
3 wide receivers split out wide to the right once again. Man in motion. Expect to see him roll that way. He looks that way. He's going to tuck it and try and run it. And this time the Cardinal defense was there. Couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage, I don't think.
Nope, they'll lose a half yard and go to the well one too many times. He got the big gain of about 7 yards the first time they ran that play. Tried to run it again where they got bring the guys in motion, empty backfield, quarterback draw. Cardinals there for a half-yard loss in the play. Substitution for the Cardinals. They've gone to their dime package. Jalen Thomas, Jaquan Jackson come in as an extra linebacker, an extra DB. Eric Phillips going to go from a linebacker to defensive end. Mike Best going to go from middle linebacker to nose guard.
Okay, and Jalen Thomas doesn't get a lot of playing time for a senior, but he's
a junior.
Yeah, he's a junior, but lots of speed from this linebacker.
This is a huge third down play for the Cardinals defense. Drives back to pass, is going to keep it himself, and immediately tackled once again.
Pace Jr. That Ivan Pace on that play put his hand in the dirt as a pass rusher from the defensive tackle position, blows by his man as a design quarterback draw, but it's wide open. They got it run. The Cardinals are going to let him get a couple positive yards. So they think Ivan Pace gets in the backfield and makes the play.
Yeah, Ivan Pace, very, very top-notch wrestler in this area. Low man wins, and that time he just got, as you said, just got underneath the guard.
So he's from the back of his own end zone.
Sincere Jones lines up at the 35. It gets kicked away from him, and he's going to smartly get away from it. It's going to roll. It's going to get an elder roll, but it's not even going to make it to midfield. And with 1:40 left here in the first half,
38 officially.
Minute 38 officially. Unfortunately, Colerain is out of timeouts, but at least they'll have the ball, and conceivably will be able to run out the clock here in the first half, and will most certainly take a lead to halftime against, again, a very good, very spirited Elder Panther football team.
Yeah. Well, a third score will really be big right now. If we've seen Elder had won the toss, deferred the second half, so they will get the ball. So a big stop from here keeps them in the ball game.
Yep, great call. Deontay Smith-Moore under center. Takes the ball, hands it off. Met at the line of scrimmage, picked up about 3 yards on the play. Ivan Pace Jr. on the carry. This is just not an offense that at any point this year has shown a willingness to kind of rush in this time. Now they're showing a little bit more tempo here.
2 timeouts left.
No timeouts.
They have no timeouts.
I'm looking at the wrong part of the board.
Yep, that's all right. They have no timeouts left. Deontay Smith-Moore fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, cuts it upfield. He's going to get tackled again, gets inside the 45, down to the 44-yard line. It's going to be third down and about 5. Approaching 1 minute left in the first half. And again, we will step away at halftime and come back with 5 minutes left, hopefully with some stats and scores from around the state as regional finals are taking place everywhere. Deontay Smith in the I formation, under center. takes the ball, fakes the handoff now, and pitches it backwards to Sincere Jones, trying to make a few men miss and get enough for the first down, and he's going to be very, very close. They're going to the referees say that he fell short.
His knee hit, but he has taken almost a yard and a half away from him.
So it's going to be fourth down now with 30 seconds to go.
I'm surprised Elder's not going to hasn't used the timeout yet. How
is that not an immediate timeout to miss a measurement?
I don't have any idea.
Yeah, they lost about 15 seconds on that. Elder is saying they don't even need a measurement. Doug Ramsey's not happy with it. Tom Bolden wants them, but again, we're kind of at a bad angle here.
Yeah, we can't see where the ball is.
You can hear the disdain from the Elder crowd.
Let them play. Right. And the referee showed they're about a foot and a half short, and the referees in the stands wearing purple will say, hey, see, you didn't even need to measure it. It wasn't even close. Just listen to us. I love to dislike them.
I know.
You know that? It is. Rivalries are great.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, rivalries are great.
Absolutely.
And now the most inexact science of all sports science, the chain where I'm going to put it here and my finger's about here.
Hey, Brandon.
And we throw the ball sideways and we put it about here.
Lawson Sandusky, the Colerain punter, is the third-string quarterback, but Colerain is leaving their offense on the field.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? It's fourth and like an inch.
They start the play clock.
25 seconds to go. Oh, we've got, hold on. We've got timeout.
Elder, yeah. So it looked like only Aaron Schwinder, the center.
Well, it was a quarterback. That's how the Cardinals run the quarterback sneak. It's on a no count. All that happens is Deontay Smith-Moore is going to get under Aaron Schwinder and just give him just give him a little lift, and it's a silent count to try to catch them off guard.
It was there.
Well, it was there because they blew the whistle. Everyone stopped because they blew the whistle. 23 seconds. What if the Cardinals came out 8 wide on this next play?
It can be done.
Double reverse with the option to pass at any time.
Don't get too cute.
It's a good spot for a fake punt.
That's what I was to say if you bring Lawson Sandusky in here.
14-0 lead. Don't have to get too cute here.
No,
it's a 14-0 lead.
Even if you don't get
if
this
you're
going to
sit on this,
I'm not saying you.
No, I know, but
Elder and Burnett, they're going to have to.
They're going to have one
timeout.
It's an odd spot here because you don't want to give them what's the field goal kicker's kind of stats for Elder? You don't want to give them a short field here, even with little time on the clock.
Yeah, but you've got a running quarterback in there.
I don't need it now. They're going to go for it.
Okay. So Deontay Smith-Moore under center, takes the ball, pushes forward, gets the first down.
Clock will stop while they move the chains.
So first down and 10 for the Cardinals, down to, let's see where they mark it, the 38-yard line. Yep, first down and 10 for the Cards at the 38-yard line, I formation. Under center, takes it, drops back, looks to pass to Deontay Smith-Moore. He's going to tuck it and run for himself. Smart decision on his part. It's going to basically end the half, but either way, he was looking for one big hit, couldn't quite find it, and that brings the clock to triple zeros. And I don't know how to feel good or bad about that, but I certainly feel good about a Colerain Cardinal 14-0 lead here at halftime over the Elder Panthers in the Division I Region 4 championship game.
Yeah, I don't know if that was much of a decision to make or a design draw there. There was 2 wide receivers to the right, and only one of them went out in the pattern. There was 3 on one defenders.
It's a fake the bubble to try to get them. They didn't jump, and it's not there. You take what it is, and you go to halftime up 2 scores.
So yeah, come back with about 5 minutes left on the clock, and we'll have a few. There's not a lot of scores, but we'll get you some and try to get you some stats, and we'll see you at 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Cincinnati Elder Panthers Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the pride of Colerain High School, the Colerain Cardinal Marching Band. The marching band is under the field direction of senior drum major Brianna Whittle. The band performed in 6 competitions during the 2018 season, winning first place in Class 3A at the Tampa Band Premier and Mason Invitational, and earned an excellent rating at the Bands of America Super Regional in Indianapolis. The Cardinal Band will begin our show this evening with a song by legendary rock band Chicago that was released as a single in June of 1970, climbing to number 4 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart and number 7 on the UK singles chart. It was the band's first song to reach the top 5 in the U.S. In concurrence with that title, the song moved from number 6 to number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart the week of September 12, 1970, and has been included in numerous Chicago compilation albums. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 25 or 6 to 4. To conclude our performance tonight, and welcome the Cardinals back to the field for the second half with the Colerain Fight Song. The Cardinal Marching Band is under the direction of Mr. Jacob Page with Assistant Directors Glenn Greenwood and Kyle Hudson. Also assisting the band are John Boyd, Josh Strain, Amanda Morris, and Britton Stover. We thank you for being a great audience tonight.
And we're back here at halftime. Mason Field, Colerain leading the Elder Panthers 14-0. I know it's not Mason. Dwire Field at Mason. Dwire Field at Atrium Stadium.
Dwire Field at Atrium Stadium.
This is why you guys don't let me start shows.
Mason High School.
I'm not good at it.
It's actually at Mason Middle School, to be correct.
In the city of Cincinnati. Stadium.
No, it's not in the city limits. You're actually in the city of Mason.
All right, here we are. Some stats here at halftime. Your Colerain Cardinals leading 14-0. First downs, Elder with only 6, Colerain with 7. Rushing yards for the Elder Panthers, 12 carries, 30 yards. Colerain 25 carries, 146 yards. Elder is 6 for 9 for 32 yards passing. Colerain is 2 for 3 with 31 yards. So total offensive plays, Elder has only run 21 for 62 yards in the first half. Colerain defense is much touted, and they're living up to all standards right now. Colerain has 28 offensive plays for 177 yards. I'd say the big stat that jumps out.
That stands out to you?
That stands out to me, Lawson Sandusky, the 2 kicks, he's averaging 47 yards. Both of them inside the 20, one of them inside the 1, so the field position battle has been won by Colerain Cardinals special teams. So far, Elder has 2 penalties for 20 yards, Colerain 4 for 30. Time of possession's pretty much even. Elder has 11 for 30, 11-30, and Colerain 12-30. Leading rushers for the Colerain Cardinals, Ivan Pace, he's got 11 carries, 89 yards with a long of 37 and 1 touchdown. Sincere Jones, 2 carries, 34 yards with a 30-yard long. Deontay Smith, 9 carries, just 18 yards, but he does have a touchdown.
more.
Yep. And J.J. Davis, 3 carries for 5 yards. Passing for Colerain, 2 for 2. Deontay Smith more is with 31 yards. Ivan Pace, 1 halfback pass. It was incomplete, 0 for 1. For the Elder Panthers, leading rusher, Matthew Luby is 10 carries, 23 yards, just 18 yards. Cooper Johnson, 1 for 6. Joe Catania, got a catamaran. Yeah, he wears purple.
Oh, my gosh.
1 carry.
What is going on?
It's 1 carry, 1 yard. And passing Matthew Luby, 6 for 9 for 32 yards and 15 yards long. Leading receiver, Sean O'Connor for the Elder Panther, has 2 catches and 21 yards. Kyle Tischler, the Elder all-time leading receiver, he has 1 catch for 11 yards. Joe Royer, 1 for 5. Luke Massminster, 1 for no yards.
Is that it?
That's it.
Well, score time. Yeah, Chris, your mic has to be on for us to hear you talk.
Score time.
Scores in Division 1. The winner of this game between the Elder Panthers and your Colerain Cardinals will play the winner of the Pickerington Central Tigers and the Hilliard-Davidson Wildcats. Both 2 names very familiar to the Colerain Cardinals. At halftime, Pickerington Central 13, Hilliard-Davidson 10. Elsewhere in Division I, in the northwest portion of Ohio, but that's really just northwest Columbus between these two teams, the Olentangy Liberty Patriots lead the Dublin Kaufman Shamrocks 7-0 at halftime. And up in the northeast portion of Ohio, the battle up near Cleveland, the Lakewood St. Edwards Eagles lead the Mentor Cardinals 10-7. In Division II, the Whitten Woods Warriors led Anderson 24-7, but with 7 seconds left in the half, the Redskins scored. The Whitten Woods Warriors 24, Anderson Redskins 14 at half. Elsewhere in Division II, the winner of that game more than likely to play the winner of this game, as the Maslin Washington Tigers lead Wadsworth. I have no idea what Wadsworth is. 24-10 at halftime. Elsewhere, as expected, the Akron Hoban Knights are leading the Maple Heights Mustangs 28-0 at halftime. The surprise, though, Avon leads Toledo Central Catholic 30-7.
Wow.
At halftime. Toledo Central Catholic finished number 2 in the state polls in Division II. The only other score I got is from Kentucky. At halftime, Covcath leads Highlands 7-0.
Oh, wow. That's also pretty interesting.
I can't tell if he's being sarcastic.
No, I'm not. I'm being quite
I
serious.
was waiting for a follow-up to that reaction.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, those two schools have a long-standing rivalry, and Highlands has been trying to kind of get back into it as Covcath's been so dominant over the past 2 years, 3 years. And Covcath won the matchup earlier this year, so, of course, being Covington Catholic.
A couple other Kentucky scores. Scott County leads Simon Kenton 36-15. That's all I got.
Oh, you said a couple.
Well, I
more than one.
thought Beechwood leads Frankfurt 28-0 after one quarter.
Yikes.
As we speak, Covcath has added a touchdown on a fumbled snap, so they lead Highlands 14-0.
So
St. X playing with a freshman quarterback Louisville St. X has a freshman playing quarterback for them. They score right before halftime, but they still trail Louisville Male 10-7. There's just not a lot of scores. There's not a lot of teams playing.
That's the best part of it. So let's talk a little bit about as we get ready here. About a minute and a half left to go on the clock. I'm not sure if they'll add extra time or not, but let's talk about what we saw here in the first half. So a lot of it, I think, played out exactly as we kind of discussed, right? The Colerain offense versus the Elder defense. What I saw, guys, is an Elder defense that was at times very opportunistic. They played good assignment football, really struggled, didn't let Deontay Smith-Moore really do much of anything, so it really came down to Deontay making the right reads and doing what he needed to do to meticulously move the ball down the field. And as a result, the big run by Ivan Pace and then his 1-yard dive earlier got the Cards up 14-0.
Then the big second down conversion, the Colerain came out with the pass to J.J. Davis. Caught it, kind of sustained that drive a little bit to lead. Really, was that the first score or second score of that drive?
Second, I believe.
Second.
And as for the Colerain defense, you talked about it when you were reading the stats. I mean, they've done everything they need to do, to hold Elder. Now, Elder has been able to move the ball a little bit, but again, what's really killing them is the negative plays, the negative yards by Matt Luby. And again, I kind of chalk that up to his inexperience at the quarterback position.
It's also not Matt Luby's fault. I mean, there's been no one to throw to, or he's under duress immediately.
Right.
And he's just trying to make the best of what he got.
Well, and when you've got a running quarterback, you have to have another threat standing next to him. They're really kind of just letting the fullback or the running back, whoever's standing next to Luby, they're not falling for that fake. They've keyed on him since he had success in that first drive. They pretty much shut him down. So
Mangold's first 2 kickoffs were kind of bobbled by returners by the Antelope Panthers. Both of his first 2 kickoffs were also short kicks fielded inside the 10-yard line.
There's no wind to speak of at all. The American flag in the end zone that Chris Mangold is kicking towards is not moving at all. So he'll have an opportunity if he wants to put it in the end zone. But again, that may not be the kicking coaches and special teams coaches' directions. Maybe they want that high pop-up and they want to see if they can do something with that, or maybe it's another line drive kick, maybe low, and hopefully it bounces off someone. We'll see here. Getting ready to start the second half. We got ourselves a really good ball game here.
Yeah, Tischler and Perry back to return the ball for the Elder Panthers.
Cardinals kicking off to the Panthers. Ball lined up on the 40-yard line, and Chris Mangold gets his foot underneath it. And it's a kick that's going to be caught at about the 5-yard line, taken up to the 10. Good pursuit by the Colerain defense, but he's overrun. Special teams, Jakari Patterson's getting blocked. Gets it all the way out to about the 27, 28-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. So a good return for the Elder Panthers to start off this second half.
Yeah, their best field position after a kickoff, and I believe that was
Hamza Abdul-Wahid.
the backup fullback. Showed a lot of speed. There's a little bit of seam there. Tischler had a little bit of lane to get through, but took a little bit of time. Kind of stuttered a little bit, caught from behind, so Elder's going to take the ball at their own 28.
In the shotgun, Luby drops back, looks to pass. Good protection, a little bit of pressure down the side. It's up in the air, and it is caught all the way out at the 49-yard line. They're going to mark him, I think, at the 48-yard line, but it's a huge pass completion for Elder, and it is a first down.
Just floated it up there. Tischler one-on-one, and I believe that was Sincere Jones, and it really...
Deshaun Pace.
It was Deshaun Pace. Kind of hard to tell, it was on the other side of the field, but it wasn't really that great of a pass, kind of underthrown and floated up there, but the Tischler...
Let your receiver go get it.
Made an athletic play.
So first down and 10 for the Elder Panthers, up at their own 48-yard line. Again, all kinds of movement by the Elder Panthers on offense. There's a snap back.
Set.
Yep, they were not set. That should have been a flag. There's a pass out to number 1, and he's got it. And he's going to get another first down all the way down to the Colerain 40-yard line. This is what they do. They throw the ball, they dink and dunk, they pick up yards, and Colerain has got to find some way to stop this.
Well, they ran a bunch of motions, and then when they snapped the ball, Colerain got away with one earlier in the first half. Elder gets away with a little bit of extra movement right there, but they have first down at Colerain 40. They're driving.
Colerain defense doing a lot of talking amongst themselves, making sure they try and got everybody covered. Luby in the shotgun now. This is where I can see a quarterback draw coming. He takes it, hands it off over the middle, met right at the line. Mike Best going to pick up about 2 yards on that carry, does Elder.
A rare handoff to the running back.
And that may only be the 4th or 5th time that's happened all night.
Officially 3 on the play. And again, when they hand it off to the running back, they're just trying to find behind that big left side of that line.
And just like the Colerain option, the fullback guy will set up the quarterback run. So
yep.
You got to feed him the ball every now and then.
Second down and 7. There's pressure on the outside. Luby looking to try and find some room, and he gets nothing. He's going to be sacked for a loss behind the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be third down and about 12.
And you mentioned Luby's inexperience. That was it right there. The blitz from Deshaun Pace, he should have read it right away. He had Tischler wide open in the flat as soon as Pace vacates for the blitz, but instead he steps on the pocket collapses, and he's sacked for a short loss.
So what was second down and 7 is now third and 11.
Luby did a good job, though, of minimizing the sack.
He did step up into it, that's true. So here we go, third down and 11, and we know this offense can convert on third down, no doubt about it. Cardinals have got to be smart here. They don't send everybody, but they send enough where a catch is almost made by number 1. It would have been enough for the first down, but he dropped it. So it'll be fourth down and 11. He was open.
Yeah. Nino Perry just runs an out right at the 30-yard line. That's the mark they need for a first down. And for the second time tonight, he didn't drop a pass. He dropped a return. For the second time tonight, his hands failed.
Yeah, he's the only receiver out on that left side, and he was open. He found his zone, but, flat out dropped it.
So lined up at his own 10-yard line to receive the punt. It's Sincere Jones. He steps up and steps away from it, and it's going to get an Elder roll, and it's going to go all the way down inside the 10 and be picked up at about the 6-yard line.
8
so
officially?
The 8 officially, but Colerain defense does what they need to do. You'll give up the field position to stop the score. Elder had won the toss, deferred to the second half, and now they've got Colerain pinned in their own zone. A long field for Colerain.
This isn't exactly what Elder wanted, but it's the second best scenario for them. They didn't get the score they wanted, but they do trap the Cardinals deep in their own territory, force them to drive the length of the field.
So this is a good opportunity for this Colerain offense with a 2-touchdown lead here very early in the second half to just start grinding the clock and try and wear down that Elder defense.
Widen the splits back to the I formation. 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
Deontay Smith-Moore hands it off to Ivan Pace Jr., and he takes it, and he gets out to the 10-yard line, so pick up 2 yards on first down.
Yeah, we saw Elder kind of adjust in the second quarter about how they're attacking the option. They were kind of adjustments the Colerain offensive coaching staff has made here coming out of halftime.
Yeah, don't expect to see anything overly creative right here. It's just different ways to give your fullback the ball. You know what I have never seen when they run here in the I formation?
Hold on one second. Let's see. Maybe they do it here. Deontay Smith-Moore takes it once again, hands it off to Ivan Pace. He cuts it in the middle. He's going to pick up a few more yards on the play. He's going to be about 3 yards short, I think, of the first down.
We've never seen in the I formation. We've never seen the traditional straight dive to the running back behind the fullback.
That's true.
They run the option out of this.
3rd down and 4, maybe 5 for the Cardinals. They need to get to the 18-yard line for a first down.
And the loudest part of the stadium.
Well, according to Elder, they accidentally kicked the ball and gave the Cardinals an extra yard, reset by the referee before the play.
3rd down and 5. There's Deontay Smith-Moore, passes it out into the flat. Going to be enough for the first down, out past the 20-yard line. Great play call and great catch and run by the Cardinals.
Yeah, Elder loads the box, and they got 2 wide receivers out to the right, and just a little bubble screen there. Sincere Jones take it, and it's a simple just 2-on-2 out there.
And what I saw there also, Freddie Johnson has a choice to block who he wants. He takes the guy closest to the play, and really, there's a man there to make the tackle, but not till he's already got enough for the first down.
So 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals. Takes the ball, fakes the handoff. Deontay Smith-Moore follows the tackle. He's going to get it out past the 25, up to the 26-yard line.
Really the biggest run of the night we've seen for Deontay. Takes the mesh, takes a step back, cuts it straight up. Doesn't really cut it back, but just stops the flow outside, takes it back up in the middle, and picks up 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with these defensive ends from Elder. Really not getting a push off tackle, and they're forcing everything inside, really limiting Colerain's view to the outside.
Yeah, they're a seasoned group. 10 of the 11 starters on defense for Elder are seniors. There's Deontay Smith-Moore, fakes. Ball's on the ground, and it looks like Elder has recovered. So there's our first turnover of the night, and the Elder sideline is going nuts. That's exactly what they needed to try and stem the tide as Colerain was beginning to get offense moving here, and unfortunately, exactly what the Cardinals did not need.
Yeah, Ivan Pace just as a dive up the middle, and he was just hit hard. That ball popped straight into the defender. I didn't see what one got, but you don't see Ivan Pace. You see fumbles in the mesh sometimes, but not from contact.
It wasn't head-to-head. He was lowering his shoulder to make contact, and an arm came in from the side, knocked the ball loose.
So first down from the Colerain 31. Elder has the ball.
Defense right back out there, trips to the right. Looks to pass to Luby. He's got some time, and he throws it, and it is... There's a flag on the play.
A very late flag. 2 players go up for the ball. They both come down with it.
There's absolutely no penalty on that at all.
Yeah, there was. That was pass interference.
So that probably will be declined because it looked like...
he caught it, and they're inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Kyle Tischler, just a one-on-one. He's winning the battles right now. They're just kind of throwing to an area and let him battle the Colerain defensive backs. This time, I believe, it was Deshaun Pace.
Well, the Elder Panthers are going to be in a position now where they're going to pick up the first down as a result of the play as opposed to the penalty, and they're going to have an opportunity, first down and 10. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 13-yard line.
Just outside the 13.
So they can pick up a first down without having to score here, but I believe this is the closest Elder's been all night to putting some points on the board. Is that right, or were they closer at some point? Yep, okay. So the defense has got to step up here, maybe limit Elder to a field goal opportunity. Man in motion is 16. He's set. Here goes 11 from one side to the other. Boy, they move a lot of guys all over the place. There's a handoff to number 21 who takes it right up the middle. He's going to take it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and there's another flag on the play.
Well, that might be a face mask.
Either a face mask or a holding downfield. One of the two.
Again, did he get enough for the first down?
No, he needs to get to 13. He needs to get to 13. He only got the 5. Or he needs to get to 3.
He got to the 5. Okay.
Yeah, and it's going to be a holding downfield on the Panthers. Yeah, Luke Bowden tried to get off it. So the reason
the Elder Panther faithful is celebrating. They're yelling Luke.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
So Luke Bowden was there trying to make the play. They probably should have got 4 or 5, maybe 3 or 4 yards. They extended it, got about 8, 9 yards because Luke Bowden was being held on the play. So it'll be first.
Did they call offensive face mask?
Well, maybe they did.
Yeah, it looked like
well, I mean, it could be. It's a penalty, so maybe maybe it wasn't holding on Luke Bolton. Maybe it was someone else. The key to that is it's a 15-yard penalty, so it's now 1st and 16 from the 20.
22.
So still first down. No loss of down on that. In the shotgun is Luby. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left, drops back, looks to pass, has got some pressure. He steps up, throws it, and it is complete to number 1. He takes it to the 15, steps, makes a man miss, takes it down to the 10-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but he got a huge chunk of that yardage back now. It's 2nd down in a very makeable situation.
Yeah, just sat down, found a little seam in the zone.
How many times do we have to see receivers do that? Just go out and just kind of sit down and just turn, and it's like there's nobody within 5 yards of that guy.
As soon as you do that, they just run a secondary route and they run over top of him.
Right over top of him.
You move up and cover the short, and they go long. It all comes down to decision making of the quarterback because we're 2nd down and 7.
Again, they can still pick up the first down without having to score a touchdown here. 3 wide receivers to the short side of the field. Luby takes it, looks. He's going to dive into the middle of the end zone, into the middle of the zone. Take it right up the middle. He's going to take it to about the 6-yard line. He's going to be about 2 yards shy, maybe, of the first down.
3. Yeah. He's got to get to the 3-yard line.
Got to 3. They marked it at the 6.
So 3rd down and 2 on the board. So 2 or 3 yards to go. But again, when you're down 14-0 and they've eaten up a lot of time on this drive, it's no doubt it's 4-down territory here.
They just made an illegal substitution. They broke the huddle with 12 people.
Luby in the shotgun. Takes the ball, drops back, looks to pass, throws it into the end zone. It's a floater, and it is incomplete. I gotta really question that call.
They just broke the huddle with 12 people. Nothing called right there. They ran actually right past the official. When they go one-on-one, they just run a corner pattern.
I don't understand that play call at all.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, you only need 2 yards.
I get it that you have your best receiver on arguably Alonzo Kenseth, our weakest quarterback. But that play tells me you're going for it here on 4th down no matter what the outcome.
Well, yeah, like I said earlier, it would have to be down 14-0. You're absolutely going to try it. But yeah, I question that play call as well. But still, they only need 2 yards to get the first down. They don't have to score, and this is a very, very difficult offense to stop from just getting 2 yards. So we'll see what Luby does. He's in the shotgun once again. Drops back, looks to pass one more time, and it's the exact same play, and this time it's incomplete again.
Wow,
you need 2 yards and you throw it twice?
So it's it's the same play but a different setup. This time, they put their big 6'5" tight end one-on-one. Cardinals make the switch defensively. Sincere Jones, their best clever corner, goes to cover the Royer, the big tight end, but that ball's there's not even really context. The ball's not well enough thrown. And again, you have 4th and 2. 2 downs to get 2-3 yards,
right,
and you throw it twice and give the Cardinals the ball right back.
I mean, granted, they're at the 6-yard line, but still, when you need points, it's interesting to me.
And with the running quarterback, I thought we'd see quarterback draw.
Right, that's what I thought, because he's not a polished passer. That's not Bittner out there. So it's just an interesting play call. Maybe trying to get the Cardinals out of their comfort zone. I formation now for Deontay Smith-Moore, who's under center. Hands it off to Ivan Pace Jr. He's got it. He's making guys miss. He battles, and he takes it all the way out to the 14-yard line. He's going to be about 1 yard shy of the first down.
The Elders really attacking the ball. First contact made near the after about a 1 yard gain. The second, third guy into the pile is just stripping. This time, Ivan Pace hangs onto the ball.
And Ivan jogs out of the game. It looks like he may have got dinged up a little bit there. Hamza Abdul-Wahid comes in.
Looks like a cramp as he immediately goes to stretch.
Yep. He's got good eyes, Brandon. Seeing that through the line over there? Impressive.
Hamza doesn't have the size, but what he gets to that hole quick.
Yes, he does. Takes the handoff, pitches it to Hamza. He picks it up, makes 2 men miss, stays on his feet, and he's into the open. He's going to have enough for the first down and gets out to the 30-yard line.
Wow.
J.J. Davis.
J.J. Davis gets credit for that big run, but what a play by your quarterback right there. Deontay Smith-Moore makes that read, and he is hit immediately. As quickly as he gets that ball out of the fullback, he's got to get rid of it, and the pitch is a little off. J.J. Davis does a great job corralling that.
Let's not discredit J.J. He picked that ball up off the turf.
It was a great catch, but I tell you what, all around, good blocking on the outside. Sincere Jones playing a little wide receiver out there, lead blocker. Colerain's going to change it up a little bit, going to that half wing formation.
Takes it, hands it off across the middle, met right at the line of scrimmage and pushed backwards. Is Hamza Abdul-Wahid, does not go down. Picks up no gain on the play.
And here's the thing, Hamza's going to run it as hard, but he doesn't have as much experience. He doesn't have that feel with Deontay Smith-Moore, so that was a play, but maybe he could have kind of bended a little bit back towards the left and had a little more space than the half yard that he picked up.
Elder doing just a phenomenal job defensively against this Colerain team. They really are. At this point in the game, Colerain is in. This is another interesting thing. They're used to being up by a lot more than this at this point in the game. So it's interesting to see how they respond to the rest of the way. Deontay Moore's got it. Fakes the handoff, keeps himself, tries to find a hole, and he's going to get absolutely nowhere. It's going to be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, you've only got a 2-score lead. You can't get too conservative too early. You're trusting your defense to do a good job, and Colerain really isn't doing anything overly creative. They're saying, this is what we do. You stop it. We're going to run the option. We're going to change our formations every now and then. But it's gone to the basic option, but they've got a big 3rd down and 10 right here.
Yeah, all the way back at their own 30-yard line. So they're really not in a place where they want to put the ball in the air, I wouldn't think. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Deontay Smith-Moore drops back.
J.J. Davis is wide open.
J.J. Davis in the middle of the field. He cuts. He's got 4 Panthers around him. Can't imagine how he gets out of that, but he stays on his feet and takes it all the way down to the 20-yard line. Huge run, a huge pitch and catch for J.J. Davis.
J.J. Davis up in the middle and a little bit of a wrinkle without. Normally we see that little fake pitch. It's a 2-man route. They add the 3rd. They sneak the back. They run the 1 back out wide the other way, run it the tight end over top that way. It leaves wide open J.J. Davis slot up right up in the middle of the field. Deontay Smith-Moore gets the time from his offensive line and finds J.J. Davis wide open, makes some plays downfield, and gets it inside the Panther 20.
He's not going to throw for 1,000 yards. He's had 1 300-yard game, but the efficiency that he has, when they choose to pass it, they have the trust in him to make the right decision and make the throw.
In the I formation.
Not anymore.
Yep, moved out of the I formation, now in a traditional wing. There's the handoff over the middle. Once again, Ivan Pace Jr. is not in. That's Hamza Abdul-Wahid who takes it. I think he maybe picked up 1 yard on the play.
Perfect time for Hamza to get that first touchdown of the year. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
he doesn't have one yet?
No.
He does not.
I would know. You would know if Hamza had a touchdown. All right?
Brandon would know, definitely.
I would know that my favorite player, Hamza Abdul-Wahid, would have a touchdown.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. And again, I'd like to say that makes me feel safe, but it doesn't.
But that was interesting. They came out in the I formation. Deontay Smith-Moore on his own adjusted the formation, put the wingbacks out wide.
There you go, man in motion. There's the speed pitch. Caught by Sincere Jones. He's going to try and take it around 1. He gets a block. He stays on his feet. He gets down inside the 15-yard line. He's going to be close to a 1st down.
He will be marked at the 12-yard line.
Yep.
It'll be 3rd down.
Most importantly, stays in bounds. Clock continues to run. This is the drive of the game right here, because if the Cardinals are able to put it in and go up by 3 scores with just 1 quarter of play left,
on 3rd and 3, Colerain Cardinals going to go big. Hamza Abdul-Wahid's checking out. Ivan Pace checking out. Running backs check out.
No play
Eric
clock.
Phillips.
No play.
Luke Bolden check in as running back.
Yeah, no play clock right now. Colerain has got to get this play off.
The 3rd down and short. Deontay Smith-Moore takes it. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! Deontay Smith-Moore from 12 yards out puts the Cardinals up 3 touchdowns.
And what a statement drive. You stop the Elder Panthers inside your own 10-yard line. You drive it 94 yards the other way. Deontay Smith-Moore with a back-breaking touchdown.
You know, we've seen from that the big cat formation right there where they give it to the fullback and they run. This time he makes the read and Eric Phillips just collapsed that right side. Your big defensive end playing a little bit of tight end right there. Just huge hole.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up and good, and with 39 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter, it's your Colerain Cardinals 21, the Panthers of Elder 0.
And that touchdown brought to you by our corporate sponsors for the 2018-2019 school year. Thank you, Queen City Running, Valley Metalworks, CAI Insurance, Hawksworth Blood Center, Cincinnati Police Credit Union, State Farm Insurance, Shock Tile and Carpet, Skyline Chili, Hoding Realtors, Underground Sports Shop, Friedhoff Accounting and Tax Service, Meyer, Joe Capel Lawn and Landscape, Midwest Stonescapes, Paul Young Funeral Home, NovaCare, La Rose's, Northgate Ford, Game On Sports Bar, Life Touch, Fast Signs, Arab Pest Control, Plato's Closet, Supercuts, Langdon Meats, Quaker Steak and Lube, Joseph Toyota Cincinnati, Northwest Association of Educators, Friendship Baptist Church, and Long Schaefer.
If you live in the Colerain community, we ask you to patronize those corporate sponsors who do a wonderful job in making the Colerain Booster Association part of their commitment to being good community and corporate citizens.
Elder with a decent return last time, coming out to the 35.
There's the kick. It's high. It's going to be taken inside the 5-yard line and then taken out. Up to the 10, the 15. There's a good space. There's a good run. Good blocking by the Elder defense. They cover up, and he takes it all the way out to the 50-yard line. Second huge return on a kickoff for the Elder Panthers.
Well, that was all execution of your blocking right now. Colerain, their coverage team has been lights out this year, but there was a white hat on every red shirt out there, and there was a huge lane. I questioned him, Zeno Perry. He struggled with his returns tonight. I questioned him taking the ball at the 1. He could have easily let that bounce into the end zone, but a great return. Elder with good field position.
So now Luby, again, still in a quarterback. He's got 3 wide receivers set to the left. Now they're all over to the left as 2 get up and move that way. He's going to take it and roll that way. There comes the defense, and Mike Best is in, and he almost got him, but there's a pitch and a catch out to number 5, I think. He's going to be just short of the first down. I'm going to say he picked up probably 8 yards on that play.
And a really good play by Luby. We discredited him on the last drive because he kind of let the nerves get him. This time he does a good play, does the spin out of the sack area, out of the pocket, gets himself in space, gets a good throw, and gets a good gain.
It's only a junior. You have to wonder if, presumably, he's the heir apparent to the position going into next year, as Bittner will graduate into the senior. So 2nd down and 2. Ball at the 42-yard line of the Cardinals. There's a fake handoff, and Luby keeps it. He stays on his feet, but that's not going to be enough to avoid the red wave as the Cardinals sack Luby once again, take him back to the 49-yard line.
And they go play action, and he has 3, 4, maybe 5 Elder Panthers wide open. But with that play fake, he has no time.
No time.
And as soon as he steps up out of the way of Deshaun Pace, he runs right into Mason Hill.
Well, I think with Colerain knowing that up 3 scores, they're not going to be running the ball, even with a threat at quarterback to run the ball. They've done a good job. They're bringing everybody right there. They're not leaving anybody back to spy that quarterback on the run, so the play action just gave him no time as we come to the end of the first quarter.
Third quarter.
Third quarter. It's the first quarter of the second half.
After 3 quarters of play here at Dwire Field and Atrium Stadium and Mason Middle School, it is the Colerain Cardinals leading 21-0 over the Panthers of Elder.
So thanks everybody for listening here.
Thank everyone listening online. Again, you can reach us directly in the live stream YouTube chat. You can reach us at the email at radio@colerain.com, or you can text us directly, but not my father because he's easily distracted by shiny objects. So you can text me or Chris. Give a shout out to Box Sarge, Dr. Death Ornella, and the McQuarries for listening in.
Absolutely.
Here,
and special thanks.
Well as the Carrier fans.
Yeah, and special thanks again to a couple of our fans that listen to us every week. The Shears in Chicago and Lenny Lopez.
Lenny Lopez is I don't know if he personally is fighting the forest fires, but he's in California, potentially battling wildfires, and he's still listening to it.
Well, last year we had Chris Walker down in Texas watching us during the floods.
Yeah, he saw the weather. The temperatures dropped a little bit the first week of the playoffs, and we haven't seen him since.
He might be here though. He usually texts us, so we haven't heard it from Chris.
So it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Panthers at the Colerain Cardinal 49.
They flip-flop field. Elder going into a slight win at this point. Not a big deal.
Nothing like the wins we had last week.
Yeah.
No, those were atrocious.
We are still waiting for a Spectrum TV timeout. We can't tell who it is, but I'm guessing it's the odd man in a coat
standing on the 20. Field. And now he walks off the field.
Nope, he's
back on the field. He faked us out.
And now he's back off. And now they're set.
So there we go. 3rd down and 9 for the Elder Panthers, looking to get a first down and extend this series. He drops back to pass. He stays in a little bit too long.
Jr.
And Ivan Pace Jr. with authority throws Matt Luby to the ground all the way back at the 41-yard line.
And what a great design. It's a dime package. They know they're throwing. They know the Panthers have to score. It's a delayed blitz by Ivan Pace. He waits for the gap to open up between the guard and tackle he attacks. There's a running back there to pick him up. But I'm sorry, this is a young man who beat a five-star offensive lineman 2 weeks ago against St. X. You're a little running back. You're not going to block Ivan Pace. Well, he sheds him right off and makes a tackle.
Snap is back for the punt. Weber's got it. He puts his foot underneath it. It's not a bad punt. Bounces at the 30-yard line and takes a huge elder hop all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Going to roll down to the 7, and that's where they're going to down it. So that's where the Cardinals will take over. Great punt and bounce for Ben Weber and the Elder Panthers punt team.
Well, Brandon, and to add to what you just said, Colerain twice has had Elder in passing third down and long. And that's twice that they've gone to that nickel package, and that's 2 sacks in 2 plays in that same package for Ivan Pace. And one time he lined up as a defensive tackle and beat his man. This time on the delayed blitz.
And you put your best player in a position. It's a delayed blitz. They did exactly what the offensive blocking scheme played perfectly to the rush, and they make it work.
Again, Colerain's going to start. This is about the same spot they did the last time at their own 6-yard line.
Yep, Deontay Smith-Moore under center this time in the traditional wing formation. Takes the ball, hands it off across the field. Ivan Pace has got it, and he's into the open space. All he's doing is running with his teammate. The Elder Panthers are in pursuit, but nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to catch Ivan Pace Jr. 93 yards, touchdown, Cardinals!
Coming back.
Where's their flag at?
I don't know. Or no, he just dropped his flag. What's the? I don't know.
Seriously. Best touchdown call of my entire season. Is that coming back?
Sideline warning, Colerain Cardinals.
Okay.
Holy! I'm not going to say it because we're on air, but you can't do that to me, Brandon.
I'm sorry. There was a flag. I had to.
So Ivan Pace breaks through the offensive line, gets behind the linebackers, and he's not a burner. He's not used to no contact. He was actually looking for somebody to hit. Sincere Jones was the only one with him, kind of shielding him the whole way. It's like there couldn't be a holding because everybody else was 25 yards behind the play. But it is just a sideline warning. No penalty on this. Extra point.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is good, and with 10:54 to play in the ballgame, it's the Colerain Cardinals 28, the Elder Panthers 0. Here's the thing, Ivan Pace, he's fast for like 20 yards at a time.
Right.
Not fast for 93 yards.
Yeah, he wasn't even to the 50-yard line.
That's why there's a sideline warning, because everyone's like, oh my God. The celebration didn't have, usually it's hard to hold back for as long as it takes Ivan Pace to run 93 yards.
How about that? How many times have you seen in a game that the linebacker makes a big quarterback sack and comes back with a 96-yard run?
I didn't even think of that. The guy makes the sack.
Wait, that's a baseball thing. The guy makes a play out in the field, then comes back and hits a home run, and he just did that on the football field.
I'm very comfortable in saying that was in fact the proverbial nail in the proverbial coffin.
Well, if you remember a couple years in the playoffs, playing a team in blue from the GCL with the yellow stars on their pants, scored 28 points in the fourth quarter.
That was 2002?
Yes, it still happened.
2008.
Or 8, something like that. 2008 maybe.
And it was at the cage.
It was at the cage.
And we still won it.
That was triple overtime.
No, we also had a game at home.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, it was
we scored 28 unanswered points, but we still won in overtime.
Yeah, you're cute, Brian.
But
I appreciate that.
But it is possible to happen.
Oh, sure, and the sun may not rise tomorrow.
You weren't the only one. This is a tweet from Tri-State Football. As Mangold's kick is a squib. It'll be covered up. Cardinals will make the tackle about the 27 yards. Here's the tweet from TriStateFootball.com. The stadium goes as silent as I've ever heard after a flag threatens to bring back a 93-yard touchdown run by Ivan Pace. But the flag was only a sideline warning, and the sidelines sighed. I mean, I embellished a little bit.
And the sideline sighed.
I almost had a heart palpitation right there.
I like that. And the sideline sighed.
Well, you could see. I mean, look, you're fighting, you're clawing, you're scratching if you're the Elder Panthers, and you think you've got a chance to stay in this game. You've now pinned them down to their own 7-yard line after a great punt. And then that happens.
And there's a question if you should go for it on fourth down. You're down 3 scores.
Snap back to Luby, and he takes it.
Oh.
Jakari Patterson was there, tried to make the interception, but either way, it falls incomplete. The pass was intended for number 5.
Sean O'Connor just run a little 7-yard out. Jakari Patterson sitting on that route.
What are the odds of that being Billy O'Connor's little brother?
And that's like
at Elder?
There's
Very
probably
high.
a good high chance.
Probably a good chance.
There is a legitimate argument Elder should have went for it there rather than punting it down 3 scores, but the best case scenario is you pin them deep inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. I mean, and that's what you want. You want Colerain because, I mean, they've already fumbled the ball once tonight. If they fumble in the red zone, you're in business. I mean, that's the right play call that Elder had. Luby drops back, pass, throws it, and it is incomplete. Incomplete. No flags on the play.
And that was a really good play.
Yep.
On both sides. Luby takes a nice step. He's got one-on-one. He's got his 6'5" Royer going downfield against Sincere Jones. You got your best cover guy against your best receiver. Royer goes up, makes a nice play, distances his body, but Sincere Jones just slips a hand in and knocks it away.
Still 10.5 minutes left to go in this game. Lots of time, but with a 4-score lead, it allows the Colerain defense to be, shall we say, a little bit more aggressive.
A score that Gettysburg would be familiar with.
Indeed.
That was a stretch. I apologize.
3rd down and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Pressure up the middle. Passes out to number 1. He's got it. He's going to be tackled. Let's see if he's going to have enough for the first down. He's going to get taken out.
He had it initially, but he ran back to try to get yardage.
And they're going to keep the clock moving. Luke Bolden trying to get up off the sideline and leave. He was part of the tackle.
Well, a bunch of Colerain linebackers get in and pushing the pile, and a couple of the offensive linemen from Elder coming and pushing the pile. Just kind of, and you happen right there at the chains. It's just kind of
Zeno Perry,
lots of body to get up.
Yeah, Zeno Perry just goes straight ahead.
He just moves forward.
He moves forward. He's got a first down. Instead, he tries to dance for more yardage.
He's 2 yards shy of the first down, so it's 4th and 2 for Elder at their own 35-yard line. And, of course, down 4 scores, they've got to go for it. 3 wide receivers split wide to the right, trying to get Colerain to jump off sides. Doesn't work. Luby looks over, gets a new call. They make a new call offensively. A little bit of an adjustment from the receivers. In the shotgun. Here comes the pressure on the outside. Luby steps up, looks to pass, throws it, gets it loose, and that's probably going to be a flag.
It's not a flag.
No flag on the play. And
there is a flag. It's just
after the play.
Doug
Ramsey. Is this a sideline warning? But he did get right up into the face of the official.
That was one I would not. That was definitely borderline probably pass interference on Sincere Jones. On the play, Luby scrambles under pressure by Deshaun Pace. As Ivan Pace getting a breather on this drive. Luby steps up underneath.
Oh, it is not a sideline warning.
It is a personal foul, unsportsmanlike Doug Ramsey. So the Cardinals would have gotten the ball at the Elder 36-yard line. They'll now get it inside the Elder 20-yard line. He had one-on-one with Royer, kind of over the top, broke off the formation. He's trying to throw it, underthrows him a bit, so Royer has to come back. And that's one of those ones where Sincere Jones is trying to defend, but he hasn't looked back to see it, so he kind of runs into Royer, who has to jump up.
But does Royer make contact with him coming back to the ball? It's a tough call.
It should have been pass interference from Sincere Jones. But if you're Doug Ramsey, you can't react like I know.
He's been doing this way too long to react like that.
And the Cardinals will take over the 20-yard line.
So up 28-0 with 9:33. This game is on the verge now of being a blowout. Sincere Jones takes the pitch wide. Good pursuit by Bono, and he drives him down. We're going to see if a flag gets thrown on that.
Collar tackle on the play.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I thought he just kind of grabbed him by the jersey and the pads and pulled him down, but not by the neck, not by the top. So that's a Boston College recruit, and that's why he's going to Boston College.
That's a football player right there.
Yeah,
he ran
very good.
He ran him down from behind, and since he wasn't in full gear, he was looking for his blocking to develop. But
but that's a 2-yard loss, and credit Spencer Bono on a fantastic play defensively. And now on the far side of the field, Deontay Smith-Moore, J.J. Davis in motion. There's the handoff to Hamza Abdul-Wahid. He takes it up to the 30-yard line. And, again, Colerain is in a position here where they want to eat clock. Both teams have their full complements of 3 timeouts. You just want to be careful things don't start getting a little chippy here.
And you see it right there on that play where Hamza gets stopped. He had some space, but it's been a very, very good job by the Elder defensive line on the backside.
Yes.
You see a lot of times Colerain gets those cut blocks, gets some space, and if it's not there, they kind of bend it for a couple yards here. Elder's backside has done a fantastic job of limiting the big bounce off of the initial read.
So now it's 3rd down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Deontay Smith-Moore under center. There's whistles all over the place. I believe the Colerain Cardinals called timeout.
And
not sure if it was a play clock. There's not a play clock running in the end
And
zone.
here's the thing with the Colerain Cardinals. They only need a field goal.
Yeah, this is a great spot
They only
to throw
need
the
3
ball.
points to put the running clock on. And you want a touchdown here, but you also don't want to give the ball back to the Colerain Cardinals. You have a very...
The Elder Panthers.
Yeah, you don't want to give it back to the Elder Panthers. You
Right.
have a very good, one of the best place kickers in the state,
Yep.
who is finally healthy because soccer season is over.
That's right. No, that's a great point, Brandon. I didn't even think about that.
You don't need a touchdown. You need 30 points.
You need 30 points in the second half to get the running clock going. And I said it earlier this week in various and sundry places, but I did not believe there would be a scenario where Colerain would be able to move to their, what is this? This would be the 11th straight running clock. And if they can put the Elder Panthers on a running clock, that's pretty impressive.
Okay, so the scenario, 3rd and 10 for the Colerain Cardinals on the Elder Panther 20-yard
So
line.
what do they do here? Do they try and maybe do like a little pop pass to try and get the 10 yards? Do they?
You know what?
Maybe a little speed pitch wide?
You could have, I think you could have before the timeout, but Elder's probably a little bit more prepared for it now.
You said that, but I would have thought they were prepared for the 3rd and 10 for us not to run play action, and J.J. Davis is wide open.
I can honestly see Deontay just trying to follow his fullback into the hole and kind of center the ball up in the middle of the field, too. There's his fake pitch. He looks, drops back to pass, and he is going to throw it across the middle. And it is caught into the end zone. Sincere Jones. Why settle for 3 when you can get 6?
And what a play by Deontay Smith-Moore. He does the fake pitch. He's rolling one way. He sees the man he wants, and instead of continuing to roll and run against the motion of his body, he sets, turns his feet, and delivers on a dime to Sincere Jones for 6.
That was a beautiful pass.
Oh, he had a seam, he had a postie, and he had a corner going right there. And he was just looking for one of them to open up, and great play by this offensive line all night, and this time gives him, we got 35 points in the 4th quarter on Elder. How about that? Well, we got 34.
Well, let's not
Snap
jinx
is
it.
back, hold is up, kick is up, and it's good. And with 8:06 to play in this ballgame, it's the Colerain Cardinals 35, the Elder Panthers 0, and for the 11th straight week, the Colerain Cardinals will now have a running clock on their opponent.
Well, let's give credit to this offensive line. If we don't mention their names, it's a good thing because they're doing their job. That's Will Coleman, Quasi Jones, Ace Aaron Schwenner, Brian Beavers, T.J. Ganella, and Elijah Ford from the tight end position. Doing a great job. And let's forget about, haven't had to call him tonight. He hadn't touched the ball, but Freddie Johnson playing wide receiver. But tonight we're going to call it wide guard. Lots of blocking going on, not a lot of running. So this offense running on all cylinders. But how about this, fellas? We got a shutout by the defense. Balance it. And the only negative right now, 2 big returns, the 2 longest returns we've seen this year on a Colerain special teams. But no points on the board for the Elder Panthers.
I will try as we speak to get an update here. Twitter is not being kind to me. Let's just be open with it. We're going to win this game and move on to the state semifinals. Let's find out the score of our possible.
Yeah, this will be the 3rd, as I mentioned at the onset of the broadcast. This will be the 3rd regional championship in the past 4 years for the Colerain Cardinals, and in my estimation, the best 4-year run in Colerain Cardinal football history. Regardless of how this year finishes.
As someone who is in the greatest 3-year run in Cardinal history, I disagree.
I appreciate that you disagree. There's a pooch kick out of bounds, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
As someone who won, a state championship and was part of that,
and
I think
2 regional championships.
Yeah,
I agree.
A little better, but it's still good.
As far as accomplishments, we'll see where this year goes because we're definitely going to be playing in week 14.
Touchdown St. Edwards. They lead Mentor 17-7.
They get irritated when you put S at the end of their name. They're not St. Edwards. St. Edward.
I know, but them and Dayton Wayne can handle it. They're adults.
But they're not. They're kids. They're in high school.
St. Edwards leads Mentor 17-7 with 11 minutes to play. That's not who we'll play.
No.
But it's really hard to find Columbus scores.
Even the Columbus schools
league
websites aren't good. So Elder with that ball kicked out of bounds, get it taken at their own 35, 7:52. The clock will start at the snap of the ball. As I said, we're into a running clock, only stopping for change of possessions and injuries.
Do you think they told him to kick it out of bounds?
Probably.
No, he looked like he was trying to kick to a space and missed the space.
There's Deshaun Pace on the blitz on the corner. He passes it. It is complete to number 5, out to the 40-yard line, stays on his feet.
With 2 minutes to play, Dublin Kaufman scores. However, it's their first score of the game, and they still trail with 2 minutes to play by 2 scores. So Liberty will be the first team into the state Final Four. Again, another team that's been there quite often the past couple of years.
And that's an upset because Dublin Kaufman had been thought all year to be the team to come out of that region in Region 2.
And another team we don't play next time.
Yep.
There's a chance to
He's
play.
working.
And Elder jumps.
Yeah, the first time Elders jumped all night, they showed lots of different motions. This time, down 35, but what this will continue the clock. It looked like one of the guards kind of moved a little bit prematurely, and that's going to take away the 8-yard gain with a 5-yard loss. It's going to make it a 2nd down and 8.
Whitten Woods leads 38-14 over.
That was a 24-14 game, so they have.
Oh, this was a 14-0 game.
Oh, I know, at halftime. There's pressure on the backside. It is caught by number 5 for the first down. Good tackle in open space is number 4, Kendricks, but enough for the first down.
That was Deshaun Pace trying for 6 points. Deshaun Pace could easily not made a play on the ball, made the man limit it to a short gain, but he went for the ball and just missed.
Then I'll take it into the Colerain territory.
Into the Colerain territory.
The Colerain Cardinals.
Down to the Colerain 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Luby drops back, looks to pass now exclusively, trying to find some room, wants to tuck it and run, and he's going to get taken down. He does get back to the original line of scrimmage, so.
I just want to pick Pickerington Central Hilliard Davidson score.
Did you check this week news?
Yeah. Jalen Thomas on the tackle along with Donovan Owens.
I'll get it.
I swear, if you beat me, I'll be so upset.
Well, my phone is like 10 years older than yours, so
2nd down and 10.
What is the name of this website?
Oh, no, I'm going to find it. You got to find it now. You're on your own.
Pickerington Central Football.
Snap is back to Luby. He drops back, looks to pass. There's some pressure, but he does unleash it, but it goes over the head of the intended target. He did get his hands on it, but the ball falls incomplete. Clock continues to run.
It was Jalen Thomas again coming from the outside, knowing that they're going to throw the ball. They've gone with a quicker linebacking core, dropping Best back.
A 9-minute drive by the Tigers. They now lead Hilliard-Davidson 20-10.
So we get another shot at them, huh?
How much time is left in that?
It's somewhere in the 4th quarter. Just
with 7:32 left to go.
So 2 scores for a Davidson team that struggles, or is a very slow offense. Hits in the air. Jalen Thomas with the interception.
And let's give credit to Mike Best, who got his hand up in the air and tipped that ball in the air. JT was there to pick it off.
Give credit also to Eric Phillips who put the pressure on.
Absolutely. All the way around. The Colerain defense has done the job tonight, and there we've got a penalty flag flying in the air on the sideline as the Cardinals are trying to get up and get to their sideline. We'll see who it's on. This is what you don't want to have happen. Just getting ugly now. Under 5 minutes left to go in the game and a running clock. And I mean, at this point, Colerain should have all starters pulled. No starters should be going out there at this point. There's just absolutely no reason for it.
The dead ball foul against Colerain.
And that's it.
That's it. So referees, we couldn't really see they were on the elder bench. Referees didn't like the way they got up out of the pile.
Final, Liberty defeats Kaufman 21-7.
How about that? So Liberty versus
a team
Edward
versus it's still playing Mentor and St. Ed's. Liberty, I believe, has 4 losses on the season. They made the playoffs at 6-4.
It just goes to show you get to the playoffs and you can't overlook anybody.
Ball's going to be taken back to the Colerain 33. Elder doesn't look like they've made any substitutions on defense. I know you got 4 minutes and 50 seconds left, but you don't want to put your sophomores and juniors out there. Colerain, pretty much most of the starters are out.
I know they're not mostly out. They're mostly still in.
Deontay's still in there, which...
It's going to be 3 handoffs to Hamza Abdul-Wahid.
Sure. So 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Running clock, 4:37 to go. There's the handoff, as you just said, to Hamza Abdul-Wahid. He takes it up to the 35-yard line.
Sincere Jones is no longer playing offense, and they're not going to put J.J. Davis in the backfield. Freddie Johnson is now a man in the back.
Yep, they've got J.J. out wide.
Ronnie Wayne Scott on the tackle for the Elder Panthers.
What's that? Say that name again.
Wayne Scott.
Holding.
Ronnie
Wayne Scott. That's a good name.
Ronnie Wayne Scott?
That's a good name.
I thought you were going to correct me or something.
No, that's right here. Good. That's just
I like Zeno Perry.
Yeah.
They got good names.
You've been a big fan of Zeno since you got the roster.
Ever since
He
he
has
dropped
not had a good game.
Ever since he's dropped those two first kickoffs and that one pass.
Yeah, he has not had a good game.
There's a counter for the first time tonight to J.J. Davis, and he's on his horses. Let's see if he can outrun the other defense.
Yep.
I'm going to say that he can because why, Brandon? J.J. Davis, he's fast. The route is on. Colerain 41, Elder 0.
60, let's call it 68 or 63 yards.
5 yards.
And that's just a simple handoff in the backfield. There was nothing special about
Well,
that.
they haven't run the counter all night, and they've been strong on that Wake side, and they took advantage of the over pursuit on that back side. J.J. Davis, he breaks the one tackle, and if he gets in, there's nobody who can catch him.
Not on Elder's team. There are defenses in the state that will catch him, but not on Elder.
I'll tell you what. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is
Almost blocked.
Good, and with 3:39 to play, Colerain Cardinals 42, Elder Panthers 0. We've had all these long runs. The offensive line doing a good job. They were a little tired after the play. They get set for the extra point, and I can see from here, Brian Beavers sucking in a deep breath of air. But the Cardinals' offensive line has done their job tonight.
You can't really talk enough about the game planning and the execution of this Colerain team. It was 14-0 at halftime, and as we have said before, there are very few coaching staffs in the state that prepare their team better at halftime than the Colerain Cardinals. Tom Bolton and his staff does an amazing job getting their players ready offensively, defensively, to make adjustments for the second half, and it's evidence right there as they have doubled their output in the second half, by the way, with a running clock, than what they had in the first half. Just unbelievable, and congratulations, I'll say it right now, to the Colerain Cardinals, your 2018 Division I Region 4 champions. They're going to move on and play presumably they're going to get a rematch in last year's state semifinal.
They're going to get a rematch with somebody.
Yeah.
It's either going to be a rematch of 2006 or it's going to be a rematch of last year.
It looks like it's probably, what's the score, 20-10?
But still 7 minutes to play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Colerain squibs the ball. Elder Upman takes it back to the 38-yard line.
So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and let you guys kind of finish this out so I can head down there because I imagine the Elder faithful, they've already started to get up and move a little bit. I'm not going to say it's an exodus. It isn't. There's a lot of Elder fans still here supporting on their Panthers, and they should. But I need to get over there to get halftime end-of-game interview, so I appreciate it. Hand it over to you guys to take us home.
All right, thanks, Chris. Brandon, take it from here.
They're trying to get some substitutions. You got to think they're trying just to get seniors into the ball game. Snap back, and it's just a straight handoff dive. Man over the middle, and Colerain Cardinals have a plethora of substitutions in the game. Willie Finch in there for the tackle. Along with Josh Shear.
So that'll bring up a second down and 7.
Again, Cardinals up by more than 30 points, so the clock will continue to roll. Under 2:45 now to play.
Yeah, don't expect Elder to really do any much. All their starters are in there, but they're not. I don't see them throwing the ball. Here's a quarterback. They're going to run this clock, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Speaking of stranger things, I'll get to that right after this play. Man in motion. Step back handoff, Luby, and they're just going to straight dive, and Cardinals are going to take it. Elder is accepted here. They'll get close to a first down. Speaking of stranger things have happened. Davidson gets a field goal to cut it to a one-score lead, 20-13, with 3:25 to play. Then recovers
They always get the
onside kick.
They always do it. Davidson he will flip the coin 100 times and win 99. It's unbelievable.
Let's talk about Brian White of Davidson. He's got 2 titles, both on going for 2-point conversions. One going for 2-point conversion overtime, the other one on a 80-yard run with 1 minute to play. Handoff again up the middle with some space as the Elder running back. Get a name on, presumably.
Yeah, 32, Javarius
39.
32? 39, I'm sorry. That's Cooper Johnson, the 5'7", 170-pound sophomore in the ball game.
He'll get it to the Cardinal 36. We're under 90 seconds to play.
And he had a good run there in the first half, and with those 2 runs, might be Elder's leading rusher.
Probably. trips left. Man in motion from there. Makes it Twins left. And then another motion, no longer Twins. Just receiver to either side. Straight handoff up the middle. Finding some space off the right side. Picks up 6 or 7. And again, under a minute to play as of now.
Yeah, Darryl Patrick on the tackle, along with his aforementioned Willie Finch. And that linebacker Doug Davis in the ballgame.
Shotgun. Getting ready. Handoff again up the middle. And we'll see here. He's going to be close to a first down. Now it's just a matter of how long the referee takes to set this ball down.
That was Doug Davis on the tackle. They don't have to take another stab.
They do not have to, as they set the whistle with 23 seconds left, so they do not have to run another play, but the Panthers will, and you don't blame them getting as many plays for their kids as they can. Snap back, hold off, handoff, trying to find some space. Nothing given by the defense, and that will be the final play. Is under 10 seconds. Both teams line up at midfield. As the clock strikes 000, your Colerain Cardinals are the Region 4 champions as they defeat the Elder Panthers 42-0. The Colerain Cardinals will go somewhere in between Colerain and Columbus. They'll take on either the Pickerton Central Tigers for a rematch or the Hilliard-Davidson Wildcats for a semifinal rematch. We won't know until this game is over. Well, we might hear, because Davidson has a 4th down. But we don't know the opponent yet. As of now, we do know it'll be at a neutral site somewhere way in between Columbus and Cincinnati.
Usually announced around noon on Sunday.
Around noon on Sunday. We will have all the updates on WeAreColerain.com on both the website, the Facebook, the Twitter. All of our social media will have updates about where the site and ticket sales will be. So, for Chris Imus, Mike Rourke, Brian White, I'm Brandon White, and thank you for listening to this Region 4 championship by the Colerain Cardinals. Again, Colerain 42, Elder 0. Thank you for listening to Colerain Cardinal Football on WeAreColerain.com.